Hello, 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 hello. God is great. Loving kindness. How's everybody doing? Wow, 22,222 people here. 2,022 people. Oh, that's the sound. That is the sound. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Adama, thank you for coming. Well, we have to put your comment up. God is great. Just the 22,000. Hey, man, it's true. I think Steven's going to come in a minute. We got big announcements. I got Elaine coming. We got truckers protest. We got a lot of stuff. A lot of great stuff. Urain is here. Leo the Great. Dylan K. Handley. Atam S. Hi, Amish says, Urena Bruce says, Babaji. Blue Eyed Monkey says, hey. Yahuvi says, where is Fox Newszilla? Excuse me? Pick one. 45 people here. What's up, everybody? Hi, Habibis. This is rude, and we're going to take it off before he gets here. Sorry. But we'll put it on when he... Don't worry about it. I got Elaine coming. I got a couple of friends. Listen, we're going to see both sides of this trucker protest. That's one thing that I've decided that I want to do is I want to have a couple of new segments. One is I'm going to be doing some lifestyle stuff around Toronto. And then another thing is a bit that I want to call it public forgiveness. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do a public forgiveness. And let me just show you. Just a little intro I shot. No big deal. Nothing crazy. Let me see if I can play it on this StreamYard. What's up? Sue Myung Pyres. Montreal is here. What up, baby? Yo, I have a guest coming from Montreal today, actually. So that's going to be sick. SSG says, Babaji Amish. Habibi. Yes. Very good. Love you. Hey, Habibis. I'm early today. Mac 23806. Yes, Mac 23806. You are early. Adam H. Adama says, just the two of us, dude. They can't stop us. They can't stop us. And that's it. Okay, wait. There's a way to share a video file. No. Oh, here we go. You are my child. You are my child. All are forgiven. That's the Trudeau and the truckers, by the way. I don't know if that's coming in too small there. Oh, look at the views we got. No, I think this is very important for the culture. The culture is going to love this. And it's one of the new bits, but one of the new segments that I want to do on the show today. I have two people coming. One is my boy, very pro-gov on it. Very pro-gov. I know, it's ridiculous. And then my other buddy, he's on trucker side, dude. And that's it. He's with truckers. Say who's okay. Just from show of force in the comments, put in if you're trucker, put trucker or Trudeau. Just type it in one or the other, trucker or Trudeau. And let's see if we can get a sense. Let's see if one dominates the other, or if it's just going to be like, okay, 5 here, 5 there. Who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it feels like. They're trying to make it out like the whole culture's broken, the culture's divided over it. I don't see it. I see a lot of love in the community. I see a lot of love and kindness in the culture, in the community. Holy shit. Yo, CUB Jackapple already? Habibi says, Scamish, what do you think of Canada calling protesters terrorists? They are taking their monies. Don't agree with it, brother. I don't. Sorry. Listen, if we got to lose some people, we got to lose some people, but I'm forgiving both sides. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. Start getting funky with this music, by the way. I just got to put my hat on. I got a sick hat. It's right over there. And I got to put my headphones on, but get funky. We're going to rip today. We're going to get into it because I have a couple of buddies come in and they're, Adama says hypocrisy. I think it is hypocrisy, especially when left-wing people are calling a pretty peaceful protest. I know horns. I know they did this and this. Pretty peaceful protest. You have to get violent with it. Like you couldn't talk. Sorry, that's where I'm at. But hey, we're gonna have both sides on, and if anyone else, if someone can give me some good pro-government points, I'm with it. But also, I find that the pro-trucker people are very angry with me too. Like, I don't think it's Nazism. And then I got yelled at for saying, well, it's not Nazis. And they yelled. There's one guy yelling at me for 2 weeks now because I said, well, it's not Nazis. Anyway, give me a second. 69, baby. We got 69. Canada, you're drunk, go home. Wow. Okay, we got a lefty here. Got a lefty here. Hey, I am home, but I'm not drunk, and that's it. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf on the drinking. No more drinking. I went out the other day. Wow, source energy is so powerful right now that it's like blasting through me. So give yourselves a shout out. That's partly 22 22 02 22 22 22 02 22. Wait, 22 02 2022 22 02 2022. Most auspicious day. It is a most auspicious day. CEB Applejack says, I'm pro trucker, $2. I'm pro trucker. They have a right to protest. I'm just with it on the right to protest. That's why they get mad at me, because I'm with it on the right to protest. The demands are a little bit, they seem kind of conspiracy-esque. No offense. Okay, there goes half the audience. Just cool it, everyone. We're doing public forgiveness here. Don't make me show the card again. I'll show it if I have to. 1 o'clock, we got Elaine Linga coming in. 79 people here. God is great. Hold up. Is something up there? Oh, there we go. Let me put a banner up. Drip, drip, rip, and dip, and that's it. Make sure you like and subscribe. Wow, look at this early crowd coming in. 79 people. You are loved. Yeah, we got a pretty big announcement today. Hold on, let me see my phone. Great, I don't have my phone on me. No, it's right here. Boom. Wow, do you see that source energy, though? It's like bursting through me. As I get closer to you, it shines in me. And actually, if you look behind me, the reason is behind me, if you look, we're actually at my ashram. This is my digital ashram. You can't see the ashram because under like a giant, very wise tree over there. But this is like a little source light coming in, a little source coming in up top. And then, of course, you guys. And then, of course, the 22022222. Can't fuck with that. Can't fuck with that. If anyone has some good science on that, like I would love to see some 22022222 science. If anyone's got the science on that, send it in. I want to watch it. Honestly, I want to watch it. I'd love to check that out. I'd be very happy to check that out. Hold on, we got another comment here. Nichama says, I'm pro Tooth Fairy. They have the right to those teeth. Okay, we got a troller. Trolled him. I said, Trucker or Trudeau? And he says, well, Tooth Fairy. Gotcha. Good one, Nachama. That's great. What kind of currency is that, dude? That is quite the currency that you're operating with, because that currency is just an N and an upside down N. What? That's fucking baller, dude. Nachama, tell us, what is this currency? I'm very intrigued. Let's see. I got to check my phone. Yeah, Steven says, coming. So, yeah, like I said, big announcement off the top. Elaine Linga's coming in at 1. Oh, before we get to truckers, though, listen, y'all got me into the truckers, didn't you? Y'all got me ripping and dipping on these truckers, didn't you? Do I got to put this volume down? Tell me if you can hear that music, by the way. That's Cyber Dreams on the Smooth Sounds YouTube channel. Incredible channel, by the way. Love their stuff. I use this music in my meditation all the time. Can everyone hear that? Are you guys taking calls today? Noritama, yes, I am. I have like 3 planned calls. And then I have, and then I have, if y'all want to come in, yo. Oh my God, look at all this money, big money coming. Oh my God. Whole community sending money, guys. God is great. Tell me if you can hear the sound, though, honestly, in the comments. Tell me if you can hear the sound. Also, tell me if this rings, because on Zoom, this rings, it cuts out. Tell me if you're getting the full effect of this. Y'all getting that? It's reverberating. Holy shit, source is through the roof over here. You guys see the source coming in? It's ridiculous. What the F? Shekels are real. Yahuvi laughing. Babaji Amish. We must talk about the truckers. Nick Milton, listen. There's lots more to talk about, dude. First, we're going to have... Steven's going to be on in a second. And then we're going to... We have 3 guests tonight. 2 of the guests are trucker related. I want to do a scam rehab at some point. I want to just talk to y'all about my life at some point. Big developments. Big announcements, like we said. And, of course, Elaine's going to come in. She's going to talk about romance scams. Don't sleep on the romance scams. Don't sleep on the romance scams. Because I'll tell you, you just think romance scam, You just think romance scam, he'll just do that and he'll leave. No, that's the biggest sociopath. He's going right for the broken heart. He's that's, you could talk about the other con artists that everyone covers. A lot of the most con artists today, they don't see you face to face. CEB Applejack. FYI, they are anti-mandate. Why do people call them anti-vax when most of them are vax? 2202. Okay. Also, where is Steven? He got explaining to do. Well, listen, Steven has a big announcement for you guys. He'll be here soon. Yeah. No, look, man, the truckers mandate. The problem with the truckers mandate is that they also said that they want to shut down the government. They did put it in their thing, but everyone does that. That's how you do protest. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of lefties are acting like they're terrorists because they said they're going to destroy the government. Hey, that's what everyone does. You can't do this. Stevie Baby is here. He is in the studio. Adding to the stream right now in 3, 2, 1. Everyone give it up and make some noise for your boy, Stephen Coffeezilla. Habibi, what's up? Yes.
Hello,
welcome,
boys.
Welcome.
What's up? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you, so they must be able to hear you.
Amish.
What's up, baby? How you doing? How
Good.
you feeling?
What's up?
Yeah?
I'm feeling good.
Good
I
to see
good.
you,
I
man.
gotta. Hey, how y'all doing? Let's go.
Let's go. Let's get it. Dude, 92 people here. Very excited.
$10 from Bolt.
Yeah.
If you attempt to disrupt, have you already read that?
No. If you attempt to disrupt commerce, the economy to get what you want, how can that be allowed? If the government gives into that, they are saying they support mob rule, peaceful protest all day, baby. Well,
Applejack, what's up? Boys, we gotta address some things, okay? We gotta address some things.
Uh-oh.
Gather. Put the sad music on, Amish. Put the sad.
Let's do it.
Put the sad music on. I gotta take this gum out of my mouth. That's so rude. I can't be chomping gum while I announce this to you guys.
Here we go.
Boys, big announcement here.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, but it's way too happy. Give me some sad. Put some sad music on.
Sad or sadder than that?
Sad.
Let's see what
That's
we
like.
got.
That's like.
Okay, stall him.
Let's
Stall him.
just
I'm
chill.
looking for music.
Stalling.
Sad music. Wow. See, you know what I did?
Stalling.
I put sadder music in the type. Sad music, copyright free, obviously. Listen.
Tom Nash, where's Steve? Also being me on. Well, Tom, you may be closer than you might imagine there. You might be on soon. Hey.
Yo.
Put the sad music on, Amish. Put it on!
Can you hear that? Hold up.
No.
Let me share it. Hey.
Huge announcement, guys. Huge announcement.
Big
Gonna
announcement.
change the drip forever.
It is shade. The drip is
For the worse, to be honest with you guys. For the much
big
worse.
announcement. Hold up.
What
Where are we? Can you hear
What
that?
is the what?
roasted
Sad violin Indian feel? Give me just regular sad.
I never did Indian feel.
Wow,
no, Indian feel
YouTube
not
is
allowed.
prejudiced,
Okay, let's go
dude.
on.
Indian. Wow, this is unbelievable. YouTube is really prejudiced there. What's up? Put some
Sad
music on.
cinematic.
Turn it up. Turn it up.
Oh, let's see. Can you hear it?
Yes.
There we go. Wow, Steven with the no Indian. Okay, it's fine.
Put us next to each other here. Where am I? Get that.
Okay, can you still hear it?
Yes. Guys,
This is so sad.
it's been a hell of a journey. Coming with you on the drip. Okay? While Avatar The Last Airbender music is playing here, I've got to let you know that I will
What
be
is it?
leaving the drip.
What? How
Yes.
did you do this?
Amish, I'm sorry to tell you. I'm sorry. I've been feeling lately. I have been off the
Sorry,
internet and I like it.
Sorry, Steven, hold that for a second. CB Applejack, $59. Is the drip going through the path of big money? I don't know, Applejack. I don't know what's in his mind, but continue, please. Oh, God.
No, actually, we're going the opposite of big money. We're going listen, I am leaving the drip. I am leaving you in the good hands of Amish.
Oh, God.
Listen, guys, it's not forever.
I'm having a panic attack.
I might
I'm
be
having a
back.
panic
I don't know. I don't know if I'll be back. I've got to go find myself. It's not you. It's me. It's Amish. You understand that, right? It's not you. It's not your fault. This is my fault. I took on too much last year. I got way overworked, and I gotta. This is your moment, Amish. This is your moment. Listen to me. You're gonna be okay. This is your moment to seize power.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah.
This is your moment to get powerful. Take over. I've been in charge for a very long time. Now it's your turn.
Wow.
Conquer, pillage, take their money.
I will take their money.
Yeah. So
Steven, I will take their money.
Of course. I know. I know. Listen,
This music's really lifting me now.
This is a new era. Somebody said this is a new era for the congregation. It's true.
It is a new era.
I have to go on a journey to find myself, and you all have to find yourself with the power-hungry, fake news spitting Amish.
Excuse me?
Amish Habibi. I'm worried about you, honestly, because I am worried that in the past I've served as somewhat of a buffer, a dike between the waves of fake news and then the poor low-lying congregation that could be flooded at any time. And I'm worried. He breached the contract. Wow. Way to highlight that. I didn't breach the contract.
I gotta read a couple of
Listen, we've been doing this for like 2 years.
How dare you? How dare you? No. Wow, cute. No. Hey, baby. Let me conquer them.
Guys, I appreciate it. I will be visiting the show from every now and then, but it'll be like a friend, you know?
Yeah.
No longer lovers. Not yet. I don't know. We'll see. We might get back together.
Oh, I bet your wife told you to do this, didn't she, Steven? I bet your wife said, "Oh, are you spending so much time with me?" Your wife probably has something to do with this, but it's fine. It's fine. No, I got it.
Hey. She said, "Hey, keep going on the drip." I said, "I can't do it. I can't."
Wow. Really?
I've got to give Amish time. This is like it's a lot of things. This is a big moment for us.
Yeah, this is a big moment.
In a way, Amish is getting pushed out of the nest, and it will be sink or swim, fly or die. I mean, it is Amish's time to shine here.
Yeah.
Really and truly, it's your time. And the congregation will have to step it up. We'll see what we're made of.
Yeah. This guy's being rude now. Applejack's being rude, but it is $2. Like Baba GB's better anyway. Hey, we'll have respect. This is a very emotional moment, you fool. I'm taking it off. Sorry.
I like what you did there. You highlighted the comment that helped you out, and you disagreed with it. That's brilliant. I love that.
The money's the money, right? This is look.
Does this mean Chad has 2 Christmases now? Yes, guys.
It has been 2 Christmases.
I have a exclusive podcast opening up actually after the day after this. It's called The Rip. So it's actually right before the podcast, and it goes all the way. No, I'm just kidding.
Would be so funny if you just went to war. Said me and Mudahar and Division, let's crush him. No, we're good, baby. It's good. Dude, you're busy. You gotta focus. You're hitting 1 million subs.
What is
and
this music?
show?
Get this music out of here.
Hold up. Okay, I'm going back to my cyber dream. So
guys, it's hard. It was a hard decision for me to make. I came back January. I knew what I had to do. I didn't have the heart to do it.
Wow.
It's like knowing you have to let go of somebody that you love and you don't want to do it, but you have to do it for yourself.
That's so nice.
I couldn't do it for a while, but then finally I realized you guys deserve better than me not getting ready for these shows. I've just been showing up unprepared, unhinged.
We like unhinged.
Well, we're both unhinged. Listen, that's what I'm worried about. Now it's just going to be you just unhinged.
Yeah. No, that's right. See, now that you're going to 1 million, it is time, brother. It is time. It's
I
gotta move out of my mom's house too. It's crazy. I'm moving out of my mom's house this week too. Like right
sink or swim, fly or die, dude. That's the new saying of the cast.
That's
sink or swim, fly or die.
Yeah.
We're either gonna
someone type that in the comments. Sink or swim, fly or die.
We're gonna see what happens.
That's gonna be great, man.
Ed says it was kind of looking like it. Coffee been looking like a guest recently.
Yeah. Oh, oops. Sorry.
Hey, listen, guys. Coffee did a rug pull on the drip. It's not like that. I'm telling you guys, please don't tell the main community that I rug pulled you guys.
No, you are loved, baby. The community loves you,
dude.
Very understand. Obviously, we understand, dude. It's so busy. You're so busy, dude. As we approach, like, it's too much. It's
well, I'm trying to be less busy. Actually, I don't want to say that I have a ton of stuff to fill this time. The truth is, I need to not have stuff. I need to have time to.
Wow, that's good. That's so good, dude.
Just do this.
It's almost like I could have maybe influenced this a little bit subconsciously. I could have gone in there and said, just loving kindness.
I'm telling you, dude, like it or not, Amish is seizing power.
Yes,
and it will corrupt him immediately, I'm pretty sure. Judging by all my interactions with Amish, we're in deep trouble. I'll be watching from the sidelines, guys.
No, you got to keep track, dude. I honestly, you know what would be a great dream is if one day the drip gets covered on Coffeezilla as like a skit. That would be so funny. And you're just like, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to $10 Million Studio. I started this one. I'm sorry.
I have to apologize for this. I made a series of errors. Made a lot of money on the drip, but hey, listen.
I entered the devil's den, and I didn't even know.
Listen, guys. Wow, this is actually kind of a little emotional, actually. I'm a little bit, I played it up, but it's a little bit emotional.
It's, you know, hey.
It's been, we've all become like friends here. We really have.
Yeah,
we've gotten to know, I know most of the people in chat. I've seen them over and over and over.
Yep.
Dog Munch. I know, I feel like I know you. You know,
Sir Teabag's been ripping.
Sir Teabag has, you know what? I remember the first time I saw Sir Teabag in my chat. The first time I said Dog Munch gave $2. You know, that was a time for me. So now that we're getting ready to wrap up, but not wrap up because you're going to continue the drip, guys.
Yeah, dude. I should be ripping every day now.
The drip is going to drip on. It's going to drip on.
It's going to drip hard on these people.
Without
get it like maybe a daily, maybe like I got to get up to twice a week. Probably this week it'll be twice a week. Rip and dip, dude. You know, let's build it. Let's build this empire for Steven Coffeezilla. That's good. You're basically starting a network.
Don't use my name to. Hey, whoa. We got to say something right now. You're going to launch a coin. You're going to go to bring Steven back. We got to invest in the drip coin, boys. Crypto coin. No.
Now are you going to think about us?
No. No, sir.
The next time we talk is going to be like a podcast on your channel because you're like, what have you done, Amish? Like, well, now you're going to talk to me, huh? I have to do a whole scam. That's so funny.
I have to scam to get a hold of you. That's where we are, really. I have to scam. This is what it's come to now.
That's so silly.
Yeah.
But, yo, you're building a network, right? Like, I mean, you are, when someone can execute the way you can, it almost automatically a network forms behind them. An empire has to form, whether you like it or not. So this is a nice.
And you're pillar one. The congregation.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
Pillar.
So like if we can get up to 2 days, 3 days, 4 days a week and we're just ripping and it's building, then dude, you're just like, yes, it's like all the scams. It's like they're like, make passive income. This is it, dude.
Hey, you're starting the cult, dude. I do worry about this, the people in chat, guys. You guys might get brainwashed.
No,
there's like a good chance.
I'll brainwash them. I'll brainwash the society's brainwash out of them. Why not? You know, they need that.
Before I go, should we reminisce a little bit about how all this started? Pull up the first episode of us together. Interviewing a Trump University graduate. Pull it up to see the journey we've had together. It's not a small thing. You've been a huge part of my YouTube journey, Amish.
This is great, dude. I remember it was like 89,000 then. How crazy.
Crazy, dude. Crazy.
What a journey, dude. Man, and you know what? It's a testament to like how everyone else just kind of quit at COVID, but we were just, I don't know, like we just kind of had this attitude of like, let's just fucking do this podcast.
No, actually the attitude was like, let's double down. Let's not quit. Let's do even more. So go to the date on that. Go to the date.
May 12th, 2020.
2020, boys. That's a year and like eight months together.
450K, dude.
What's the top comment on that? What's the top comment on that?
Pinned by Coffeezilla.
No. Scroll a little down. Scroll a little down.
Let's see. What is it? What's it? How do you know top comment though? Sort by.
Oh no. It's already sorted by top. It's sorted by top.
What's everyone's favorite?
I want to see people because I remember people saying we should be on a podcast. Oh yeah. Adam Fady, have this guy on again. You guys should do a regular Fake Guru podcast.
Yeah, such good energy between you guys. Max M, you guys should do a regular Fake Guru podcast. Such a great energy between you guys. This was great.
This
Thanks,
was the
baby.
start. When people said that naturally, you should do a podcast together, brilliant chemistry. I said, man, they might have something. This guy's an absolute hoot. You should do a podcast. I'd like this more as a podcast. Everyone was saying, hey, make this into a podcast.
Amazing.
I had to do it.
Yeah, yeah. No, the culture demands it. It is our karmas, you know?
It is our karmas, and it was our karmas. And
yeah, dude.
We completed them.
Yeah. It makes sense.
But guys, I'm gonna come back as a guest. The whole thing is basically I hate having to like keep up with all the stupid like topics of the day.
Yeah, it is
so that I can like talk like reasonably competently about it, so that I can say that no, Fauci didn't create the virus. That's hard. That's a lot of just turn into a lot of paying attention to things that I don't personally value, like a bunch of pop culture stuff that I'm just like, I don't care. I don't really care what Joe Rogan did this week. I don't really care past a certain point. Once COVID started winding down, I was like, okay, it's like everywhere, but I don't really personally care about it.
It's really not good for you too, the news.
Yeah, and then just like it's just like so much talking. I really thought to myself, wow, I like it when I can like come say what I want and go. But the drip is always like you just talk until the episode's over. Like you talk for like 2 hours.
I know, right? It's so silly.
A lot of talking.
I've studied a lot of like $1 million mouthpiece videos. There's a lot of videos in sales. They teach this, how to just keep talking and talking. It's actually it's like a skill.
A lot of it's repeating stuff or getting to your point extremely slowly, which is sort of the opposite of what you do on YouTube, where you try to get to the point as fast as you can. It's like basically the opposite. But yeah, this has been it's a milestone. I will not soon forget you guys.
Yeah, man. 6 months, you'll be back. Once you see how casual and easy people just jump in and out, I think the best thing for you in like maybe a month or two or whatever, whenever you feel like it, is just jump in for a topic whenever you feel like it, though. You know what I mean? Like, don't research shit. Whenever you're like, this is bullshit, I got to talk about that, when it comes out of your heart, because we should be expressing, not trying to come out like expressing means genuine, authentic.
Correct.
So when something's bursting out of you, you jump, we're here, man. And hopefully by then we'll be 2-3 times a week.
Correct. Yeah. Will do. I mean, no, this has always been like a fun place to just kind of like jam. It just became like, you just have to do it every week. You have to be consistent. And it just kind of became like an obligation rather than what it should be, which is like fun with everybody. Zilla used and abused Amish and dipped. Come on, guys. Come on. What? This is nonsense, dude.
That's crazy. That's so funny. Drip center.
I swear, as soon as I leave, you're going to start talking so much mess. You're going to be like, guys, he hit me. He yelled at me.
This is so good for my career. This podcast is so great for my career.
Put us side by side. Put us side by side.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Nobody else in Toronto has this. This like following even. It's like, it's huge, man. It's a huge help for my career. It's like, and it is very natural from the beginning. Like, we did a podcast that made sense for your channel. People said, do a podcast. It was tight. It was, it is tight. But no, I totally understand, man. But I am very appreciative, dude. You really helped me on this. This is a huge help. It's like impossible to start a YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
That means a lot. I'm very happy. Well, I remember when we first got on the show, dude, I was like, this guy's so funny. Why doesn't he have a huge following?
Yeah.
And that was one of the things that I've really kind of wanted to do with any amount of clout that I get, is bring up people with me who are like just as deserving, maybe more deserving than I am. Like just the other day, I found this guy who maybe I shouldn't be too specific because he didn't tell me I could share it. Anyway, he's a guy who submitted some fan stuff for me. We featured it on the show. Turns out he got a job from that thing being featured on the show.
Wow.
So that's like that's always an amazing experience when you can feature somebody's work and that ends up getting them,
yeah, man,
opportunities.
And I think one of the things I want to do with it now is make it a little bit of a lifestyle thing too, where I'm going to places like there's like art galleries that are like, dude, come by, do a podcast. Like there's even shows that I'm going to be on doing stand up. So even those producers are like, hey man, can we do a podcast? So it's like, do the podcast, promote the show.
Yeah.
You know, so like I think it'll be a lot of fun. It'll just be, and yeah, like I said, 2-3 days a week would be great. Yo, Russell Stratton, $2, killing me. Better return. I need weed now. smoke your sorrows away. CEB Applejack 59, $5. So I started going through comments and taking WhatsApp scammer numbers and texting them in a text group to see how they interact. Try that, Steven. Okay, well, listen, that's a lot. That's a big ask.
No, it's a good idea. I've actually done it before.
Oh, sick. Okay, cool.
Yeah. The problem is they're all on a script, so it starts to get boring because they just all kind of do very similar things.
Yeah. Sick, man. Thanks, dude. Thanks for coming. Thanks for telling everyone. So professional. You know?
You have to tell you have to tell the community, guys, it's been on my mind. I'm glad to get it out. And I'm basically going to hand it off to you, Amish.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
Oh, this is so sad.
Don't be sad.
I didn't think this would be sad.
Don't be sad. We're here, baby. We're here. Whenever you want to come back, like I said, when it is a genuine thing in your heart, the spot's like, obviously you got a spot, dude. And let it grow. It'll grow. I think it'll grow. The community will stay and make it grow so that because that's the other thing too. We need to get bigger so that you can be like, okay, I can justify this too. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of subs, man. Right
now, it's not at all about like an audience thing. Right now, it's very specifically about time, effort. Just I kind of have too many things spinning, and I need to do less.
Yeah,
that's kind of the problem right now. But yeah, man. Listen, coffee ain't ever coming back. That's not true, guys. That's not true. Where'd my sad Indian music go? Put it back on. This is not. Amish like wants to break up with a girl and he starts putting like some like synthwave stuff. It's like, hey baby, I know we ain't worked out, but you know, she's like, what are you doing? Trying to put the moves on? Funny, are you trying to break up with me?
That's exactly what I would do.
Coffee got triplets on the way. Not that I know of.
You're gonna have kids at some point, no? Or no? I don't know. Oh my god, the source energy shining through me. No kids? What's up? Kids in the works?
Oh no. Not. Yeah, probably in the future. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
We'll see.
Cool. Sick,
boys.
Thanks, man.
Until next time. See you guys later. Thanks for teaching me a lot of things. Thanks for being there with me all this time. I will be back on the show, but Amish is the host now. He's seizing power. He stole power from me. He forced me to do this. I'm reading off a teleprompter. Save me. There's a gun to my head. No.
Finally, it is mine.
Bye, guys. I will see you guys next time.
All right, baby. Love you. Peace. Wow. What an exciting day. Can I show you something from Marco, actually? Oh, my God. Marco had this post up yesterday. I cried when I saw it. Because I just talked to Steven yesterday about, he was like, yesterday we talked and he's like, yo, I got to go, whatever. So he told me. And then I was just like, same conversation that we like, same like this vibe. But then later Marco put up this post. He put up this Instagram post and it was like, deleting all my old shit. Next song I drop is song number 1. And then he put like a note for artists. He's like, don't be afraid to reinvent yourself. Don't be afraid to start over. Don't be afraid of where you're at right now. You're always here to make art and be one with loving kindness. The guy he truly is a loving kindness master, the Marco. So a couple of things I should say. Marco's going to be on a lot. Elaine is coming in soon. Some of my friends, I think you're going to see a lot of Toronto comics. And like I said, there's a great dude in Toronto named Kari Safari. And then Kensington Ken. They're like 2 promoters / photographer, producer, shows producer, whatever. They're in Toronto and they're both already down. They throw these bang ass shows in Toronto. Actually, I was at karaoke on Friday at Kensington Ken's karaoke. And at karaoke, 2 people recognized me from the drip. They're like, hey. But they never say drip. They're like, hey, do you do a thing with Coffeezilla? I can't believe how many people are like, hey, do you know Coffeezilla? That's the recognition, but it's fine. Because we're here and there's 161 people here. Holy shit. You're loved. God is great. Actually, there's 2,222 22,000 people here, and that's beautiful. I can't believe how much money you guys are leaving. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Don't feel like you have to. Honestly, the best thing is, give me topics. Give me, like, come on the show too. I do want to do the Scam Rehab, by the way. I do want to do the Scam Rehab. And I was just thinking, like, where do you promote it? Where do you do stuff like that? But honestly, the best way to promote it is if people come in with banger-ass Scam Rehabs. So come in and let's riff and figure them out. And as we cut those clips and put them online, they'll have the call to action saying, like, hey, make sure you come in for Scam Rehab. Because I do think that is an important part of what we did. As someone who's gone through it myself. Oh, Anand will be here, by the way. Anand is someone that we saved from a scam on the show. By the way, we've done great karmas on this show. We've done incredible karma. We've saved several people from scams, I think. I think we could have saved thousands, maybe 2,000, maybe 222,000 people that we might have saved from scams. Just from the Scam Rehabs we've put up. I've seen some comments on there. People are like, you know what? I needed this. I was going to sign up. CB Applejack $2 says, invest in the drip. That's CB Applejack 59. Thanks, baby. You are loved. Appreciate you. Is that a picture of you or is that some meme person? I never know what people's faces are. That is probably a meme, isn't it? Amish for life. Tony Detienne says, Russell Stratton says, why got it Cole? Okay. Don't know what that's about. Big Tech let us laid on as co-host. LOL. Bring Tech lead on as co-host. Okay, God is great. That's a very specific number. 22,222. Well, that is the day tomorrow. It's a most auspicious day tomorrow. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but it is a most auspicious day tomorrow. Tomorrow is 22/02/22/2202. And if you are not familiar, that's me in the pic. CB Applejack 59. Wow, dude, you look tall. And I like your vest, Habibi. Very nice. CEB Applejack 59, $2. Hooking us up. Let me text Elaine real quick. But until then, just make sure you get funky in the music. Can I do 132 instead? Okay, cool. So she's gonna be here at 1:30. Let me just make sure the other people are here. Great. You know what we got to talk about? First of all, how tight is this music? This music is incredible. You guys can hear it, right? Everyone can hear the music? We're good. One of the things I did want to talk about today is this 2202/220222. 2202/022. Some of my friends were telling me that they want me to do their event. Like one of my friends wanted me to do it. And the thing is they're charging $444. And I was like, that's interesting. Like maybe at 220222, I get it. Like, shouldn't it be $222 or $22 for a meditation? $444. There's going to be 12 people there. Listen, I don't want to be negative. Because you never know, and who knows. And, you know, I remember I sent a video to my Babaji, to my meditation coach, who charges like nothing. Like, he's so chill about money. But I sent him one of their videos, and he was like, well, it looks like they might be taking advantage of you. Like, that was his kind of thing. I don't know. I'm not going to go. I can't go 444. Hold on. But I do want to check out this video by Mateus Di Stefano. These guys are pure loving kindness coaches. It's amazing.
Remember, in the womb, I heard the voice calling me to birth.
Okay.
At heart's rhythm, its harmony vibrated in melodies. Music illuminated, expanding to the world. My mind became emotion and created life.
Holy shit,
I saw
through
the
the
deep
roof.
beauty wide along the world. I walked it north to south till find me in the center.
Correct.
Remember my past, projected my future,
Okay.
and enjoyed my present.
Yep.
I had my ups and downs, but
Everyone.
I found my axis. No bad, no good. I was a rainbow. I became wise, loved unconditionally, and manifested my dreams. I resounded, righted, and saw who I am. An edge of matrix, a pattern of music. a web of existence. Remember, my dream is an idea that originates the thoughts of the world. My eyes can see through you. Your eyes can see through me.
Great stuff. I'm just
We are
gonna
echoes
let's
of
go
great
1.5.
universal symphony, resounding in the infinite. To the rhythm of the heart, our existence is an eternal encounter.
Okay.
My intention is your existence. Your action is my essence.
Okay.
We are both lovers.
Yep.
Remembering being one.
That is correct.
And our pulse is the creation itself. I am you.
True.
And you are me. Remember who you are with me. I am the origin of life, the memory that lives in you. Everyone you were, you are, and you will be. I am the divine spark that lights your actions' potential, the beat that irradiates your light to the world. I am the pillars of existence, the path that leads to the only destiny, oneself.
Tight
Here
visuals.
and now. I am the singing that resounds in each being's voice, the breathing of consciousness.
Okay.
Remember, unite the world's web through time and space. It is the moment to rebuild the dream.
It is the
Remember
moment.
that I.
Wow. So that was I am 2202 2222. Elaine Linga is here. But that was good that we got that little blessing from the I am 2202 2222. I like the logo they made. They made a nice little logo there. Flip the twos. Okay. Listen, let's see if Elaine thinks there's something to this. Because
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Elaine. What's up? How you doing?
Good. How are you? Happy President's Day.
Oh, thank you. It's 1:11 right now. When you came in, it was 1:11. So that's already auspicious. Tomorrow is 22/2/002/22. Are you doing anything? Or is that 22/02/2022? Do you know about it?
No. Tell me what's up with that.
It's basically like we're getting added vibrations. Tomorrow, if you're doing anything, very auspicious. Very auspicious. You guys don't have numbers? You don't have some numerology stuff go over there? Like, you're Asian, so I'm just assuming that nothing? No?
In the Philippines, no. Yeah,
Okay.
usually we like just follow the Chinese numerology.
Oh, right. And so Chinese numerology is like every condo in Toronto, because it's built by Chinese companies. They have no force.
Yeah, because it's like dead, right?
Four is dead.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Yeah, because it means dead in Cantonese. Say. I don't know if I'm butchering it, but yeah, because I lived in Hong Kong, and yeah, that's how
Of course. It's going to be that simple. Wow. CB Applejack 59 $2.
Hello,
Hola, Elaine. Not
CB.
sure if that is how it's spelled.
That's
Thanks.
exactly how it's spelled. Yeah.
Nailed it.
Very
Thanks,
good.
baby.
Yeah.
That's great. Thanks for coming on the show, yo. Appreciate you.
Yeah. I mean, it's always fun coming here. Do you
Sick,
see my new background?
Tight. I like it.
Yeah.
Is it animated or is it like steady?
No, it's just steady because I get dizzy.
Oh, right. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You know what? So many people have told me, because in my meditation, I do moving background, and people are like, stop with the moving background. It's too much.
Yeah.
But today you're here to talk about romance scammers. I told the people you're going to come on. We're going to talk about some really the funniest scammers and really the biggest sociopaths, if you think about it.
Yeah. And there's no accountability.
On romance scammers?
Yeah. Like, he's not in jail right now.
I think he did 14 months. Didn't he do 14 months?
No, he did 5 months.
5
and
months,
that's for faking his passport, but not because of scamming women. So you can scam women, but you can't fake your passport.
Man. Here's the thing. Okay, this is how I feel about this, where it's like, this happens to, Kevin O'Leary says this. I've said this on the show so many times.
Yeah.
Pigs get slaughtered, like, don't be a greedy little pig, baby. Don't be a greedy little pig. So a guy owns a diamond company. Like, that's the thing. I saw the first 20 minutes and I was like, okay, this guy is saying that he's basically creating a trap.
It's a Ponzi scheme, a Ponzi romance scam. So he gets like money from one woman and spends a little bit for one woman and spends the other one for the other woman.
So he's using one woman to pay for the next.
Yeah, but he gets laid. So like, it's win-win, right?
This is a win-win. This guy's got tight game, and it's too bad that it's actually lucky for us that he's only involved in romance scams. Because if he wasn't, he would be poisoning the water supply. He'd be destroying the planet. He'd be bombing Syria. Like, who knows what this psycho would be doing?
Oh no,
he clearly doesn't care about anyone.
But when he got out of jail, he actually started like a fake guru scam. So he's now a guru, business guru. So
Oh my god!
they
Wow.
evolve. They evolve.
He did evolve. You know what? It's like all the
Yeah.
pickup artists. They start at pickup artists and then they go,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm business coach now." Wow.
Yeah. Like Ranieri, right? He was like an MLM. He has an MLM before selling products, and then he went on full sex cult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ranieri basically like he was like a prodigy at the MLMs. They were like, this kid's
Mm-hmm.
a wonder kid. He's incredible. You know what I'm saying? So he just kind of said, listen, if you got it like that, why don't I just start my own shit?
Yeah.
I
Plus
guess like
a
Patrick Bet
cult.
David. Yeah,
Oh,
no, but with him it was a cult. Yeah.
yeah. Let's wait for Patrick Bet David. What he's gonna do
Let's
next?
wait. Let's wait. Okay, let's see. But
Yeah.
this is the aftermath of this Tinder
Yeah.
swindler.
Do they know what happened, right? They knew they know the background, Amish,
Of
about
what?
the Tinder
The Tinder
Tinder swindle.
swindler?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you want to give him a quick background or should I play the trailer for the movie?
Yeah, you can play the trailer so they know.
Let's do the trailer. You're right. Good call.
Yeah.
Wow, my first day alone. Elaine, my first day alone. No,
No,
honestly,
you're
Steven
doing
came
great.
on. Thank you, thank
Yeah.
you, thank you. Steven came on before you, and he was just to say bye to everyone. It was very
Okay.
emotional. He started crying. He was like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. But you know what? In the end, we just said, listen, it's fine.
I mean, it's a
Love you.
holiday here in America, so yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
understand.
Steven, I feel like he's working. You know,
Oh,
I think it's a holiday in Canada too. I just don't care about holidays, myself. Like I just don't. But you know what? Like my attitude is, I'm doing what I love to do.
yeah.
So I'm just like whatever. But here's a trailer for Tinder Swindler. Great documentary on Netflix.
Yes.
Can change your life.
I only miss you when it rains.
When I first talked with Simon, immediately we had a bond.
When I listen to the radio.
He was smart and fun, very impulsive.
I shared my whole heart with him.
And then he asked me if I wanted to travel with him on a private jet. I was like, shit.
He took me to a 5-star hotel. He said,
We had a special connection. It felt like stepping into a movie. And then in the middle of the night, he said there was something he wants to tell me. He said he has threats against him. He needs for cash. $20,000, $30,000.
$140,000.
His life depended on me. That's when police tell me the man I love was never real. Everything's a lie. This guy I've been sharing the same bed with.
Then I get these threatening messages.
Take my advice. Just watch out.
We have no idea what he's capable of.
It's just been freaking hell.
I'm just freaking out.
But we needed to get payback.
We don't know how far this conspiracy actually goes.
Damn!
It's
Yeah.
just the tip of the iceberg. We had one chance.
Swindle the Tinder swindler.
You love the Courtney? You're gonna pay for it.
Yeah.
Classic. The
That's
hunter
crazy.
becomes the hunted. I love that. That's a classic.
Yeah, it's I mean, he is smart because what happens is that he goes from country to country. So before the authorities even discover it, like he's already in a different country. So they don't have jurisdiction. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. No, he's a real psycho, and like all that jet setting, the airplanes, whatever.
Yeah.
That's all from the other women. That some other woman gave him the
Yeah.
money. I
Yeah.
didn't realize it was gonna get to that kind of money.
Yeah, so what happens is he asks them to, because they're just like middle class, like
Right,
they're
right.
they're not rich. So they ask them
I guess
to
if
get
they were, they wouldn't need it. You can only do this to middle class or poor people.
yeah,
You can't
like
even get her. That's so
the-
sad. I mean, but sorry, go on. Yeah.
yeah, so they get like an Amex card because Amex Platinum, you don't have a credit limit. So and then he gives them like fake pay stubs.
Wow.
Yeah.
He sends his girlfriend's
was-
pay stubs. What a ball.
Yeah, like, oh, you make $90,000 a month, and they let them submit it to the bank. So basically, he makes them a scammer too.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah,
And then in the end, they just did let's all get together, let's all gang up and get him back. That's great. You know what? Positive message in the
Yeah.
end. Sounds like they got it, but let's just see the aftermath because you sent me a great
Yeah.
clip today that was
Wait,
like
be-
the aftermath of his.
yeah. Before that, you didn't watch it. Spoiler alert. One of the girls like scammed him. So you know how he has all this Versace and like Gucci, like
Oh yeah.
luxury items. So one of the girls, the last girl, that he was dating, she sold it in eBay, and then
Wow.
and then he was sending her pictures that he's already homeless. So like yeah, he was homeless,
Wow.
eating like stuff in the trash can. Like
Oh my
it's a
god.
yeah, it is crazy. You have to watch it.
Wow, what a I do need to watch it. You know what? The
Yeah,
first 20 minutes was so lovey-dovey romance that I was like, I don't care.
yeah,
But now that I saw the trailer, okay, I'm in.
yeah.
I'll watch it right
It
after this
gets
episode.
better. It gets better. Yeah. Okay. The aftermath.
This
There's
is
no
the aftermath.
accountability.
Swindler, thanks to the popular Netflix true crime documentary. He is now speaking out, saying that nickname couldn't be further from the truth.
Wow, he's with
ABC's
his
Will Carr
girlfriend
joins us
too.
with more. Will, good morning.
It's a model.
With the so-called Tinder swindler says that everybody's got this all wrong. He calls himself a gentleman who was simply on Tinder trying to meet some women. Women, though, say the real story is that he wined and dined them before allegedly ripping them off.
I'm not a fraud and I'm not fake. People don't know me, so they cannot judge me.
This morning demands some are calling the Tinder
course.
swindler, Simon Levi, insisting any allegations of fraud are
Yeah,
false
yeah.
after several women claimed he scammed them out of millions. Levi, whose real name is Shimon Hyatt, speaking out for the first time in an Inside Edition interview.
I want to clear my name. I want to say to the world, this is not true.
He's the subject of a popular, newly released Netflix documentary already seen by millions that alleges he posed as a wealthy, jet-setting diamond mogul.
Wow.
In the documentary, multiple women who say they connected with him say he first wooed them romantically.
He was smart and funny and very impulsive.
I shared my whole heart with him.
And then he asked me if I wanted to travel with him on a private jet.
And then he begged for help.
He said there's threats against him. He needs our cash. $20,000, $30,000.
$140,000.
But Hyatt denying those claims and pushing back on how he's characterized in the film.
They basically took everything, manipulated, added things to make it in a very narrative, one-sided, basically just to destroy my name and to destroy everything.
This is where you can't win. You just can't win.
Yeah,
I
they
love
just keep on lying. Like
Trudeau's like that. I mean, Trump is like that too. Trump just always, he's like, no, they did it. He's like, you say anything that he did, like, they're scammers. I like it. He beats him to the punch. He's like, a lot of
Yeah.
people are coming after me, scammers. This is hilarious, dude. The worst.
His alleged victims, though, say they're still reeling.
The man I love was never real. Everything's a lie.
Hyatt is now permanently banned from Tinder, and experts say the film offers a cautionary tale for users of dating apps.
So check out people. Do your own Google investigation, or maybe even make some phone calls. Is this person real? Is this really accurate, what he's telling me? Those are all key elements for a person not to get caught.
A little more advice: if you're talking to somebody on a dating app and it seems a little fishy, talk to a family member or a friend. And under no circumstance.
If he's like way out of your league and telling you he's getting lobster and he's flying you around the world and he's like way out of your league and his dad owns a diamond company, hey, let's look in the mirror, baby. Come on. What are you talking about? Like, look at who he's with now. Like, this is his girlfriend, dude. I'm sorry, but this is like, wow, it was so sad because basically his game is so tight that with the other girls,
Yeah.
he's only doing 30. He's like third. Like when you put 100% onto his game, it's like just a model. But when you want to do a scam too, they're still pretty hot.
yeah, they're
How did he
pretty.
They're pretty, yeah. How did he get so much money out of them though?
Because so he has this persona, right? So he says he's a billionaire and they have a lot of enemies. So he sends them like videos and pictures. It's funny because he
Classic.
has a pretend bodyguard, and then he's like, "Oh, my bodyguard has been attacked. I can't use my credit cards." So they have to like buy the. So the girls have to buy him first class tickets to like countries, like
Yep.
they loan in a bank and give him cash because he's. I don't understand because if you're a billionaire, even if you don't have credit cards, shouldn't you have cash?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he already like brainwashed them.
Right.
So at this time, because he played the long con, right? So he made them fall in love with him.
Poor things.
Yeah, and now it's like an MLM. Everything
Right.
he says, they will do. Like they won't even think about it. Yeah.
Wow. And now it's done. Now they're kind of questioning it. Let's finish this.
Member
Yeah.
or a friend, and under no circumstances should you give anybody money. As for Hyatt, we
Yep.
should mention that he was sentenced to 15 months in prison in Israel for fraud. He served his time, he's out, and now he has a new girlfriend. Phil.
All right, Will, thanks so much. You've been watching it,
the
haven't you?
documentary. Yeah, I mean, they have text messages and voice messages from him, so you can determine for yourself.
For yourself, that is the idea of the doc.
Well, hey there, GMA fans.
You know what really
so
hurts is that like It just hurts like when you think you're in love with someone, and then this is such an insult to injury. It's like,
Mhm.
oh, I thought he was gonna be my husband. Oh, he's just denying everything, and he's with his new girlfriend. This guy's psycho, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And then like there are like he's saying, oh, it's not true, but there are video call or video recorded calls. Like he has a script. It's like he's
Okay.
copy pasting it. And now
Oh my
a
God.
lot more girls are coming out. He stole like $10 million, like collectively.
Wow. And not only is he coming out, like that script, like not only do they have the script, I feel like a lot of guys have the script. And this is going to
Yeah.
be like some kind of a new, like, you know, you just can't trust these psychos. Like you said, he has a course already. He has a fake guru course.
Yeah, he has like a fake guru business course.
Okay. What is it called? What's his name again?
Simon Hyatt. I think they took it
I
down.
I guarantee Simon Hyatt course. Let's see if we can find it. Business class. But you think they took it down, eh?
Wait, maybe he's using Lviv business course. Yeah. It's like consulting.
Wow.
Oh, and he's in a Cameo now.
Okay, well, let's check out the Cameo. Cameo. His name is what? Damn it. Tinder swindler.
Yeah. I sent it to you, Amish, the course.
Amazing. Thank you.
I'm sending it to you.
In the comments or in your text message?
Oh, should I put it in the comment?
Private chat. You can put it in private chat here.
Okay.
There's a private chat inside here. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Man, what a psycho though. Like, I mean, he is the fact that he's selling a class now.
And a Cameo.
And the cameos. Let's see what these prices are. Let's see what the prices are, because the Cameo makes it so sad, because basically like all these people get together, like we're gonna get together, we're gonna get him back, we're gonna make him pay, and he is just like thriving off of it. He's like, oh, thanks guys.
Yeah, he's like banking on it.
That's amazing. That's so sad. Comments. Let's see. Simon Lviv. Simon Lviv, your business is here, brother. What? Okay, let's see this.
And he's still using Lviv. That was crazy. Okay, yeah, fake guru, right?
100%. I mean, he was already doing it, but
private jet.
The private jet is a great fake guru look. Services. I want to see the trailer. I want to see this trailer that this guy put for himself. You know what I'm saying? Like he must have it.
Yeah.
Limited seats available. You know what? When you're on Netflix, maybe you don't need a trailer. Oh, Instagram.
Yeah. So he's now a business advisor.
Okay.
Wow.
Well,
business of conning people.
Business of con. Yeah, I know. And the sad thing is that so many people are like, you know, we're all just greedy little pigs. We just want an easy way out.
I mean, look, take this workshop. Look at his promise.
Where here?
If you go down, yeah.
I will teach you all possible ways that I personally use to become a multimillionaire. Just in the past 13 months. Join the workshop by clicking on go to purchases. Amazing. This is it. Dude, he's got 3. Which time would you like to reserve? Okay. So he does like a 1 hour.
Funnel. Yeah.
Wow. So
you can do one-on-one and a group one.
Okay. Damn, dude.
Yep.
Simon Lviv. Man, you think you got him with the Netflix, eh? You think you got him. you think, we got him. And nope. Lviv is back. Business and personal success workshop.
I think Netflix made him richer.
For sure, dude. I'm actually a little disappointed, a little surprised that he doesn't just have the Netflix logo on here.
Yeah,
why not put the logo?
As seen on Netflix. Yeah.
As seen on Netflix. Simon, you're missing up. You're sitting on a gold mine, idiot. Why do you not have as seen on Netflix?
You have to coach him. You have to coach him. Because that's like a missed opportunity.
That is a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Hold on, I want to see the memes you sent me. Okay.
It's pretty funny.
Okay, your time off request was denied. Your time off request was denied. Me on flight anyways. I can't make it. My enemies are after me. Oh, that's great. That's great. You're asking for time off? This guy has enemies. This is Simon Lviv every 10 minutes, basically. I am once again asking for your financial support.
Bernie Sanders.
I love it.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Wait.
Because he's
Uh,
oh yeah.
when I used to dream about working from home, me currently working from home. Well, I
Yeah.
don't know. I think
That
he's killing it. My Zoom
that
off camera pic. Me when I turn on my camera. Okay. Me on Friday after work. Me on Sunday thinking about work. Okay. Going to the office on your own. Going to the office when it's mandatory. Okay. Me and my work bestie scheming up ways to injure ourselves on the job so we can scam our way into early retirement.
Yeah, that's his
Interesting.
like, that's his friend. Like that's what he's been sending. He's sending the same photos to all the women.
He wrote a perfect drama that no woman can refuse. He has people
Yeah.
dying. He has like my family. Like the guy is.
Yeah, like save me. You know, women like to, I don't know, most women like to save guys. Like it's in our
Yeah.
DNA, I guess.
No, it's sad because women have a natural instinct. It's a nurturing, feminine, motherly instinct to
Yeah.
help a guy. And that's why I've
Mhm.
told so many guys, like when they're like, I know so many guys that'll date a girl who makes more money, and I'm like, idiot. What are you complaining about? They'll take
Yeah.
if you talk to them about it the right way, they'll treat it like, oh, I take care of my baby. The motherly
Yeah.
instinct will go into the money too, but a lot of guys are just like weird about it. This guy, he's just taking too much advantage though. That's too bad.
Yeah. He
Because it
abused
is,
it.
yeah, he really abused it. Because it is like it is, like a lot of scammers, I guess. Look, there's two things they're taking advantage of. One is the people getting scammed are very often being a little bit greedy little pig. And I have to stand by that. There's a lot of like, I'm going to make you rich. Like anyone who signs up for this guy's class now, I don't want to say you deserve it, but if you watch a Netflix documentary and you still sign up, I don't want to say you deserve it, but it's like, you're being a greedy little pig, right? Like
Yeah.
you're thinking like, well, let me get the tips and then I'll do it. It's like, just, hey, cool it. That's rude. But at the same time, they also take advantage of the greed, but then they also balance that by taking advantage of like the goodness in your heart.
Yeah.
You're a nice person, and
Kinda
you just
like
can't say
MLMs.
no to suffering. Just like
Yeah.
MLMs, eh? Yeah. No, they all have this very similar like tactic,
Yeah, women save guys. Yeah. My husband always says that he'll be dead without me. So yeah.
Yeah, and like women save one guy, I find. Like if they're in love with a guy or like close family, like not everyone, but if you're
Yeah.
close family or if you're dating them, then yeah, you can definitely send a girl a text being like, I'm hurt, I'm in trouble, and they will kind of stop whatever they're
Yeah.
doing
Like
and just come help you.
and Andrew's not watching, but when I was like single, like even my exes, if they text me that they need help, I help them. Like yeah.
My exes, even after breakup, they'll help me.
Yeah, even after breakup, they'll help you.
There's,
But
you know.
like, what's sad about it is that when the story came out, like back in I think 2018 in Europe, people are blaming the women. They're saying they deserve it because they're gold diggers, you know.
No, it's not. That's
And
rude.
yeah, actually, for me, if I was one of the women, like money, you can make money, right? You can always get it back. But the worst thing is they thought that they're gonna marry this guy because this guy like asked them to marry or asked the women to marry him. Like, oh, we're gonna get married, we're gonna have kids. Like that is the worst for me.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
a lot.
the emotional
So
trauma.
rude. That's emotional trauma. How can they
Yeah.
trust again? How can they trust again? You know, like that's so much.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so
exactly.
rude, man. Why are people like this? I get like, yeah, it's so sad. He just doesn't care. He just doesn't care about other people.
He just doesn't care. I mean, he's a narcissist. It
Yeah,
looks like
yeah.
he's a narcissist, right? And he's like, oh, I didn't do anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you ever feel like it? Like, okay, I hate to be like whatever, and I agree with you. Like to blame women for that is like I know I did say big greedy little pig, but like it is. I would say that's only like 20% of it. Like it's like 20% that, 30% like desperation, like people are in a tough spot too. And a lot of it is like taking advantage of the goodwill in your heart too. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
There is a goodwill in the heart thing that really, it sounds like that's when the real money starts coming out of them. The real money starts coming out when it's like, I lured you in with a little shiny, like, oh, I'm this millionaire, my dad's a billionaire, whatever, diamond. I'm the Prince of Diamonds. Oh my! When I saw Prince of Diamonds, I'm like, how are you falling for this?
But
This guy's the Prince of Diamonds.
why did that woman, the model, is still with this guy? Why is she still with this guy? That's the thing.
Well, she's
After
probably
this,
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, but I would say that there's several points even in the relationship with those other women.
Yeah.
Like, I think once you're in love, and this again, this happens for MLMs, every scam, everything, whatever. Once you've
Mm-hmm.
invested money, once you've invested your time in something, your brain, beep, 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 beep,
Mm-hmm.
beep, 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 it just recalculates
Mm-hmm.
all the morality. So your
Mm-hmm.
morality starts shifting actually. So you're with this, like, she's with him, let's say the younger person. After they hang out a bunch, after a bunch of stuff happens, they
Mm-hmm.
have a connection, they've been intimate. Then this stuff starts coming out, and she's hearing from him that, like, look, everyone's coming after me again.
Yeah. Actually, he didn't ask for money like in the beginning. So I
Yeah.
think after they slept together, that's when he started asking for money.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true. Yeah, it's so sad because they
It's
weren't gold diggy. They were like nice middle class, like just
yeah.
reasonable women who normally actually I find that's most women I know. They actually stay within their own class. They don't feel comfortable going rich. Like I've dated hot girls where I'm like, you could just get with a lawyer now. Stop with these broke ass artists. You're with me and a saxophone player or something. It's like, just stop with these broke ass artists. You could get with a rich guy, no problem. And she's just like, no, I don't feel comfortable. So hot. And like so many girls are like that. Like you actually date 10% up, 10% down within your class. He did a lot of things to kind of lure them in. And a little bit of that was just, that shiny thing of like, I'm the king of diamonds or the prince of diamonds. I'm going to fly you here. I'm going to like do all that stuff. So it's like, yeah, he really coaxed them in there. And then once they were in, yeah, it was more like then. Yeah, no, you can't really say the women were being greedy, actually. Because I did see
Yeah.
that part of it. They were being lured in pretty honestly. Like, it's all just cool stuff that you go, oh my God, cool. Like, this guy has a jet? Cool. You
Yeah.
can't be like, oh, gold digger. It's like, come on. He's
Yeah.
charming and cute. Then the jet, you found out later. It's like a bonus at that point.
And he introduced
True.
some of the women to his kid. So he has a kid too.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. It's
He uses the
crazy.
kid.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, you see, this is my kid." Of course, you're gonna think like, who uses their kid
Yeah.
in
No,
their
you know
scam?
what? I take it back. I can't believe I should not say that. It's not greedy at all. It's not greedy at all. It's actually like they were really nice off the top. Yeah, no, I can see any girl getting
Yeah,
sucked into that because it is just like this bonus at that point. And then yeah, you see the kid. It's
yeah,
over. The kid is
yeah,
game over. That's a real trump card you pulled on the kid. Oh my God, parents too. If they're old
yeah.
seniors, like their parent, like that's so cute and so disarming and endearing that yeah.
And he has all
Yeah.
this entourage,
Yep.
right? Like you're gonna, oh, and I know you saw the first part that like the girl said, oh, I believe in like fairy tales and stuff. So those are like the kinds of people that actually don't stand up in the hypergamy.
I know, AvidTuber 43. Okay, Mr. Red Pill. Got the red pill facts just on tap, this guy. I don't know. My experience actually no, but I've heard even a lot of like Jordan Peterson even says this that people mostly date within their economic class. They don't feel comfortable. So it's not just my personal sense. I've heard it from other people too. I feel like Jordan Peterson says this, that most people stay within. And then because I know rich guys that just can't get laid. The game has to be tight. Like the
Yeah.
moment to moment matters. No girl, like I know so many girls that like they'll see a rich guy and you're like, could you even date? And they're like, and I'm like, you could use the money, but they're not having it. Like that's what I usually find. But
Yeah.
AvidTuber, I don't know what these if you can send me a link to these hypergamy stats, I'd love to see them. Thanks
And
for your comment.
also like for me, it's not about the status too. Like what are you gonna talk about? Like for example, your backgrounds are like totally different. We need a psychologist on
Yeah.
here. And the mind of the scam. Make it
Okay,
happen to me.
Bolt wants a quack on the
Yeah.
show.
Hey, I have a
Um,
degree in psychology.
Ah,
Yeah.
wow, Bolt nailed it, dude. Holy shit. But do you see that? That's the 2022, 022, 2023,
Yeah.
022 energy lining things up for us. I don't know if you're,
Yeah, most of them are really like just high functioning sociopath where they see people as like something to be used as a tool. They don't really
yeah,
yeah.
they don't really
Mo-
value
Most
like, and
yeah,
they
like
see people as like just, yeah, to be manipulated, like a mass to be controlled.
yeah, because most of the CEOs, if you look at it, they are sociopaths, but they don't kill people. Because when you say sociopath, usually you're thinking, oh, they're serial killers, right? No, some of them become CEO scammers because it's like the right mindset. Like it's me, 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 me.
Yeah. Just like whatever I need to get ahead.
Yeah, Chris Brown
Yeah.
can get laid.
It is crazy. He seems like 4s and 5s. Yahoovi. No, I mean, look, I'm not saying Chris Brown doesn't. Chris Brown's game is tight for sure.
Yeah.
But I remember for a while, Elon Musk was like so simpy. And even still, he's like, I think he took a beating from Amber Heard, still gave her $7 million, still is like, I want to hang out. Please, can you hang out with me? It's like, bro, you're a millionaire. And went back to his personal life.
Billionaire.
Yeah. Like he's been a billionaire, like just running his own company. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Listen, send me. I'd love to pull up some stats on this.
Maybe
Because
he
I
needs.
do see a lot of like that. And look, Chris Brown is Chris Brown though. Like he's so sexy. If Chris
Yeah.
Brown was not, and I don't know why he's not canceled because like he did just beat the shit out of Rihanna. That's terrible, whatever. But the guy makes the hits and the dance moves are there and he's in that circle. So I think he's getting laid. Now, at the same time, Yahoovi, Drake, I don't think Drake is getting laid like that. Like just the fact that Drake was like pining over Rihanna and just like, I can't believe she did this to me. She played mind games with me. It's like, you don't do that unless you're not getting laid. Like if you're getting laid somewhere else, I don't think you just obsess over someone if it's just everyday models, whatever. So I don't know. I would love to see the evidence. If you guys have any studies, whatever, send it to me. Okay, well now this is rude.
It has
Yahoovi.
autism though. Oh yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
you think
yeah.
that's it? I don't know.
He might.
What's that?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say the other anything else on this one, the Tinder swindler? It's great stuff. I mean, it's hilarious.
Well, I'm watching another one. You know the woman who scammed like the New York elites.
Yeah, they're making her look like
Yeah.
a real psycho, inventing Anna, right?
Yeah, inventing Anna. Like the contrast, just a contrast. Like this guy, um, did like I think he stole more money, right? 10 million versus like I think the Anna Delvey woman scammed 400,000 or something in that range, but not a million. But she got like 4 years in jail, like compared to
Wow.
this guy, right?
4 years.
Yeah, so don't scam rich people. That's what.
Moral of the story: don't scam rich people. Moral of the story: stick to romance. Stick to
Yeah,
romance.
stick to middle class people, poor people. If you want
Yeah.
to scam, if you scam banks, you will go to jail.
But also, there's something about romance too that is too like it's almost too evil to be caught, the romance scam, because the romance scam, you're getting them in so emotionally involved that they're actually doing everything for you. So really, like look, when you told me that he's only got 4 months in jail, my first thought is, yeah, you can't prove this. It's a big issue. Like it's like stealing money is one thing. It's kind of like MLMs. It's kind of like fake guru courses. Prove in a court of law that this is a scam. It's not easy.
You know what? You're right. Because technically, he did not do anything illegal because they voluntarily gave the money. That's why
right.
I said he only got caught for faking his passport.
Yeah. I know,
Yeah.
and it's sad because I know like friends of mine will be like male privilege because he's a guy. They didn't want to do it, and it's like okay. Maybe there's an underlying structural issue there, but mainly it's like prove it. You just can't prove something
Yeah.
like that.
No, I don't
So-
think really that it has anything to do with like because he's a guy and Anna is a girl. It's just like
the
the
different scams.
yeah, and also you scam powerful people.
Yeah, you screwed yourself on that.
Yeah.
You screwed yourself.
Yeah.
We should do a check-in on that other white girl who just who made up the blood company.
Oh, yeah,
But-
yeah.
I want to show you this real quick, just the beginning of this. It's way too long, but this is so sad. So sorry, this is the marriage fraud website. This is
Yeah.
such a huge issue in Canada. And when you watch
Uh-huh.
these stories, it does seem like a lot of people who are like, what? It does seem like a lot of people who are in a very similar situation
Mhm.
where they're just like lonely. They need someone. Sorry, give me a second. And hold on. Here we go.
You know what? You're a genius. I mean, we didn't even talk about this.
What?
I just wanted to tell you, I got into the U.S. using fiance visa.
Wow. You
So
see
let's
this?
watch this. So I have an experience in
Yeah,
that.
you better be nice to your husband because he could just turn around and be like, "Hey, man, I don't know what she's doing." She posed as a scam call out guru. That's how she got me.
Okay, let's see.
I met my husband in 2002 in the hotel in Cuba that I was visiting for a week.
Cuba.
In 2005, we were married. I sponsored him, and he came to Canada in 2006.
Lui et moi, nous nous sommes rencontrés comme ça dans une salle de chat. De fil en aiguille, je me suis beaucoup attachée à lui, lui aussi à moi, c'est ce que je croyais.
We knew each other a little bit. That's why I trusted her.
La demande en mariage est venue très très vite, comme 3 semaines plus tard. Et j'ai dit oui.
I didn't find anything untoward before he came to Canada.
Sometimes you have a Canadian permanent resident who meets a foreign national, perhaps while they're traveling or over the internet, and becomes convinced it's a genuine relationship, whereas in fact the foreign national is using the relationship merely to get into Canada, and the sponsor has been tricked. In other situations, unfortunately, Canadians are part of the fraud.
After marriage, everything changed, and after she arrived in Canada, I was nothing to her.
When
honestly, look, and I don't want to be rude here, I know a lot of brown guys. They're going through the same situation as that guy, the last guy that was on. And I've seen this happen 2 or 3 times where the guy's accusing the girl of a marriage scam, but really the girl just came to Canada and realized that the guy was kind of weird.
Yeah, it can happen.
But they won't let it go, dude. Like even at family functions, we have to pretend for some guys. You'll be like, yeah, she got you.
Yeah, but I don't know. So the US was having that problem. So when I applied for my fiance visa, right? So when you get the fiance visa, when I get here, I have 3 months to decide if I really want to marry my husband. Right? So yeah, so that's why it's called 90-day fiance. So I decided, he looks like a good guy. No. Of course, I love
days.
him.
You're like, you have 90 days.
Of course, I love my husband. So, after you get married, you only get a 2-year conditional green card.
Yeah.
So if you like separate in that time frame, then you have to go back.
Wow.
Like, yeah, I guess they're doing
2 years. 2 years, or
two
you have to go back.
Yeah, 2 years. Because like other people, when they petition their family, they get like 10 years automatically, 10-year visa. But if you're like a fiance, you only get 2 years, or like a wife. Just to make sure, because I mean, I don't know how patient the scammers are, if they really don't like that person, if they can live with them for 2 years.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it helps. I don't know if that's the same thing in Canada. Like, do they have like a conditional
Yeah, I mean,
thing?
they do like they basically tell you like I think like immigration wise, yeah, like they don't just hand it over to you. I think you get the green card and then you can like walk away from it. But over like everyone has a buffer. No, but there is a buffer period. You have to have a buffer period. I'm just assuming. I don't know actually. To be
And
honest.
then to renew it, I had to go to immigration, and then they ask all these questions like, what do we eat for dinner usually, those like kinds of
Right.
personal questions, and where is the key to our house, just to make sure that we're living together. And what's funny is my husband answered every single thing wrong. He doesn't know my birthday. He doesn't know the name of my father. Yeah. But I guess but I guess the interaction is because like when he was saying everything wrong, I look at him like I'm gonna like strangle you.
That's
when we
the
go
real
home.
thing they're looking for. That's the real shit they're looking for. That's so funny. Oh my god. The questions are just a shazam. No, if you get all the questions right, I think that's when they're like, this is fucked. These guys are fucked.
Yeah, because
like, they want the question to be wrong, but then they want that look like, what the fuck did you say?
Yeah, I was like, I'm going
When's my
home.
birthday?
I'm like, I'm gonna get deported. I'm pretty sure, but I'm gonna strangle you first when we go home. I mean, we've been married 9 years, right? So marriage scams from the third world are unreal. Yeah, a lot of men coming in for a green card to funnel back. Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. And then there's
Yeah.
some people that you can pay them 10,000 and then you could be in on it. Like Bolt is saying, are you saying I can bring in a hot Russian model every 2 years and all I need to do is let them into the country? Where do I sign up? Bolt, this is a
Yeah.
business, brother.
Yeah.
This is a business.
Yeah.
This is someone can sell you a Russian bride. I mean, I think they're called like Russian mail order brides or something.
I'm not saying to do it, but there are people who pay American citizens like $20,000 to $50,000. So you just marry them for
I
a
know,
green card.
right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And it's sad because there's like someone, Mash Z just said, wow, there's so many barriers for legal immigration. It's true. And you know what? Let me show you a classic movie from 1990. I used to watch this when I was a kid. It's called Green Card. It's a little rom-com. Let's check it out. This is so cute. Wow, what a throwback.
From Peter Weir, the director of Dead Poets Society, comes an unusual love story about two very different people.
He's French. Nice to meet you.
Who entered into a marriage of convenience.
For the green card, I'd do anything.
Then by the power vested in me, I now pronounce you man and wife.
They thought they'd never have to see each other again.
Good luck with your life.
And good luck with your composing.
Until
I'm with the investigation department of the INS.
The what?
The Immigration Service.
the government changed their plans.
The
In
government.
my apartment. I can't believe you're saying that.
But if marrying a stranger doesn't shock you, then letting him move in, spend a couple of nights sleeping on the sofa, well, that shouldn't shock you either.
Now they have to live together, for better or for worse.
You don't like me, do you?
We don't have to like each other. We just have to be married.
You snore and your manners are atrocious.
You think that important? You're a snob.
You're a slob. You're overweight. You're disgusting.
There's been a major clampdown on illegal aliens marrying for residency status.
Let me do the talking.
I'll do the talking. How did you two meet?
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's true.
they have those scenes in the movie.
Yeah.
What a cute movie, though. It's a classic.
Yeah.
Check it out, everyone. Green
But,
Card,
but,
1990.
but I just
yeah.
want to say they won't go to your house. Like that's
Yeah.
like an invasion of privacy. That's
Oh,
an
okay, yeah.
exaggeration. Yeah, but yeah, they
For sure.
interview
Listen,
you.
it's Hollywood. You know, you got to make it sexy. You got to have like them banging on the door, like, open up. Do you love each other?
Yeah.
Are you in love? Like that's a
Yeah.
tough one, man. You can't. It's hard. It's the same reason why the other Tinder swindler got away with it too. It's just hard. Like, how are you gonna?
Yeah,
prove it?
so Mash C is saying, well, wow, so many barriers for legal immigration. Yeah, yeah.
I
Like
agree.
if you petition like your family, actually fiance visa is like the fastest. If
Right.
you petition your family, sometimes it's take in the Philippines 24 years. 24 years. And it's not
Wow.
even sure. Yeah, and also like people think that immigrants just go to the US like like it's so easy, but I had to do like criminal background checks like in every country I lived in. I had to do all my vaccines and I
Yeah.
lost my thank you Spacula.
Thanks, Spacula.
Yeah.
Love you.
And then so I lost my train of thought. Anyway, so I lost my vaccine records.
Okay.
So, but you have to have all the vaccines complete when you go to the US. So they gave me like 10 vaccines in one day. I was like, just put it in here, put it in here, put it in my thighs.
Wow.
I'm still
Just-
alive, yeah, right?
Listen, man, you got these MLM idiots trying to come after you. You got to get the hell out of the country. Eh? You're just like fucking grab all of them. You're like anti-vax. I don't have the luxury. I have
Yeah,
25
exactly.
vaccines that I don't even know what the hell they are. I was
Yeah,
like, whatever it is,
exactly.
just put it in because these
Yeah.
MLM psychos in Philippines are like throwing bricks in the window.
Yeah, and also they check your financial records, like
Right.
your husband. They have to make sure that they're able to support you. So, but yeah, that's a real problem. It's a real problem. Like, so I got married when I was 28, right? And so I immigrated here. But most of the women, because we had to get interviewed in the embassy, they're
Okay.
like teenagers, like 18, 19.
And are they mean? Every time I have to talk to U.S. embassy, U.S. embassy border guards, they're always like pretty aggressive. Like if
They
you
are
"You
mean.
want me to sit over here? Sit there, sir." Like just
Yeah.
nothing. It's like, hey, It's fine.
They
We're
scare
neighbors.
you.
They scare you. The second you
you.
walk in, they're trying to mess with you. Yeah.
And
And
then they're
Canadian
like,
border guards, they're like,
"Mm."
come on in. Come on in. They're so sweet. When you're coming back, you're like,
Yeah.
they're so
When
nice.
when I was already in the US, they're so nice. But in the Philippines, the US embassy, they're so like scary.
Man, yeah.
Yeah. But like, yeah, they're teenagers. And when I ask them, oh, so your husband, like, how is he? Like, because you have to wait for a long time. I was there like 6 in the morning. I was not interviewed until like 1 in the afternoon, right? So you have to talk to each other. So
Yeah.
they said like they're always in their 60s, 70s,
Okay.
and they're like teens.
Right.
So I don't know. So I saw one who's 40 years old, and I asked him, "Oh, 40 years old, right? It should be like not too much of an age gap." But then she's marrying like an 80-year-old.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, what are you gonna do? Red flag. But honestly, it does get very shady. Like that does get very shady too. I mean, you almost borderline into sex trafficking there, maybe. But how she's 40 though?
Yeah, she's 40.
She's
and
40,
the-
he's 80. Well, then nothing you can do. See, that's one of
yeah.
those ones. Nothing
But
you can
just
do.
that's just for companionship, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Yeah, listen, maybe he's cool. Maybe the
Yeah.
guy's got game. Maybe he's got tight game.
Yeah, but I also have to say, like, in the Philippines, like, usually, like, maybe not that much of like they're gonna leave you, because most of the girls that I saw, because they added me on Facebook, they're happy. They're still happy 9 years after they
Yeah.
take care of their husbands. But like, I know people tell me like people in Europe, usually that's the one that just leave you. I don't know. Like, maybe the one that looks like models, I
Wow,
don't
this is like
know.
the same thing my mom told me when I was a kid. She's like, if you marry a white woman, she will take your money and leave and never cook and clean and never take care of the kids. Like, you're just like, European, they have no value. They'll just leave.
Hey, we have someone from Ireland.
There
No,
you
I'm
go.
talking about like Russian. Yeah, that's what I always
Like Russia,
see.
you'll get some loyalty, you're saying.
No, Russia, like the one that looks like models. That's the one that will leave you.
Right.
they
Oh,
have a
they'll
bunch-
leave. Okay, fine. Fair enough.
Yeah, but Filipinos usually they stick with you till the end.
That is true. There is like the Philippines has such a beautiful, loving. They are masters of loving kindness, I think.
Yeah, because like it's like if you get there's no divorce in the Philippines. That's the only country except from the Vatican that you can't divorce. So yeah, there's no.
Why? Because y'all think it's a sin?
Yeah.
Wow.
The only country in the world that doesn't have divorce. is
No
the
divorce
Philippines.
in Philippines.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. That's got to be like a whole other set of scam. Like, there's got to be ways to get out, though. Like, there's got to
Yeah.
be some way to get out. And
Rich
credit
people
costs tons of
get
money.
annulled. Yeah, it costs like $500,000 which is like $10,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So rich people
wait
they
a
get
minute.
annulled.
Wait a minute.
Mhm.
It's the same as America. It costs a lot to get divorced, man. It's a lot of money. You like the
Not
longer you drag it out,
really.
too- No, you don't think so? If there's even a little bit of a fight, the lawyers will be like, well, it's going to cost me $40,000 to go through all that. Like it goes
Actually, yeah.
crazy. Yeah, if there's
Actually-
any bit of fight. But yeah, true. The less you fight, if without any fighting, I
Yeah,
think you do it
without
for
any
like 10,
fighting, yeah.
20,000.
With
It's
a
not 10,000.
prenup, like yeah, it's not that bad with a prenup.
Nichama says, that's crazy. Find yourself a Filipina girl, boys. Yeah. You're going to get, like, they will love you for, there is a lovingness there. There is a lovingness. Same with, if you need a nanny, there is a lovingness there. You know what I'm saying? And it's a very loving community, I find.
Like we value family, like
Yeah.
more than anything.
It's huge.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
friend just had to break up with a guy because he didn't want to go to the Philippines every year. Like, he was just like, I think the second trip, he just goes, I'm not into this. And she's like, well, we're done. She did do the breakup though. But she was like, family, man, I gotta see my family like, all
Yeah.
the time. I gotta keep in touch with them. I gotta go see them. Yeah, no, I'm so bad with that. I'm actually supposed to be in India right now. I was supposed to go to India. And speaking of like the immigration offices, the Indian visa embassy, they just never gave me a visa. They haven't even called back. Like, I bought the ticket, I applied for the visa, haven't even called back. And I remember thinking, like, this is so sloppy, but it's very similar to Americans. Like, Americans don't even tell you, like, they're just American embassy. I mean, They're just like, yeah, we'll call you when we call you. When it's
Yeah.
done, then you'll get a call back or whatever. There's no guarantees of getting anything from them, getting any service or whatever. But yeah,
Too bad I can't go back, huh?
you can't ever go back
I guess when MLM's like shut down, I guess I can go back.
because you got a libel case. You got a legal libel case happening over there.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Have you ever thought about like, okay, but your fans are still there, right? Or are they messing with your YouTube channel?
Well, because I'm like focusing on so what happens in COVID is there's like a freeze promotions. So now I'm taking a lot of tests for my work. So I'm
Yeah.
prioritizing work. So
Okay.
yeah, so I was not uploading a lot, but I'm thinking of doing more reaction videos now because it's just too much research.
It is a lot of work, and I'm thinking I'm going to be doing more of these like lifestyle, meaning like I go to an art gallery, I go to a thing, I talk about it, I talk about my experiences there.
Yeah.
Like I think that's what the next couple of like episodes definitely are going to be, and maybe a little, I don't want to say Toronto based, but like definitely with an angle of like get out in the community, get out in the culture, meet people, and here's some footage of me doing something, or here's my stand up, and then I can talk about it. But definitely I want the scams, and I definitely want people coming in with Scam Rehab. So.
And you know what is actually like a good thing is they're running out of people in the Philippines. Yeah, we should. Thank you.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Yo, but I told you, eh? Steven left this today. Steven officially left today.
What do you mean?
He's out of the drip. He's done. It is mine.
Really? I didn't know I was like getting ready.
First time.
Back?
He's out.
Coming back?
You are getting choppy though. You're cutting out.
So he's not coming back ever, or he will test like once in a while.
It's weird. You know what I told him? I said, look, and if anyone didn't hear that, Elaine's just asking, like, is he going to come back ever? Is Steven going to come back ever? What I've been telling him, and what we talked about on the show today, is that like when you because what's happening is that he's not keeping his head in all this. Like he's busy with his channel. It's a lot of work. It's a big production now. It's a TV level show that he has now. It's crazy. It's like he's pulling off on his YouTube channel what I'm pitching TV shows to networks, and networks are going to spend $500,000 to look like that and to be that tight, that polished. But like, and it's like sometimes $200,000 for 20 minutes of television. It's insane, like that how much money it costs. He's doing it on his own. It takes a lot of time, you know. Like I think he's just busy, and and I just told him like when something, because for the show it's like you got to follow with news and all this shit. So I've been saying too, it's like when something genuinely is in your heart and you're like, I got to talk about this, just jump in, do half an hour, jump out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
we're gonna have a lot more guests too. So today I even have. So I have two. Can I show you something? I made this graphic.
Mm-hmm.
You are my child. You are my child. All are forgiven. It's a public forgiveness. This is too much division in the community. Too much division in the community. So I have two people coming on today. One is my friend who's like pro government, and then one is my friend who's pro. I mean, I feel bad now because he's not so pro trucker, but he is like technically pro trucker. He is. I am too, honestly. Like, I don't know. Have you heard anything about it?
Yeah. Because something about their like Americans are funding them, and then like the GoFundMe, and then something about Canada is like passing a law that also encompasses like the crowdfunding
Emergency. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Like emergency law stopping crowdfunding to fund like terrorists.
Worse than that.
Yeah.
They actually froze a lot of people's bank accounts, and they're gonna like. There's people who are going to be tied up in legal shit for the next 4 or 5 months. So it is really
gosh.
I know. And it was pretty peaceful, I thought. But maybe I don't know, because honestly, everyone just yells at me. If I tell a pro trucker person like, "Hey, I don't think it's Hitler," they're pissed. And then if I tell a pro government person like, where's the shout out for a peaceful protest? I mean, these guys are doing a banger protest. It's well organized. They're doing all this shit. You lefties, you're supposed to be doing this shit.
Yeah.
They're actually doing a block. Last week I showed on the show, they had a blockade of a blockade. So these guys, truckers they believe in something, they're protesting. They're doing a blockade, and then a bunch of other people came in and said, "Oh, we're going to block your blockade." So it's like, where's your political action? So, but And then now everyone's really supporting the Trudeau and just freezing their accounts. They put police presence. They have big sticks pushing them, just pushed them off the streets, cleared it out. And I just feel like you can't stop something like that. If they have the will to stay, you almost have to. It is some part of the culture saying like, we believe in something. We're here. The idea of you just push people out, like it just seems like. And look, God bless them for not actually killing anyone. Nobody did.
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
It never got that violent on both sides, so that's great. But then he is like, but then the fact that they arrested them all, it's like there's people here, there's 1,000 people here. You arrest them. There's 10 other protests across the country. It's not going to end.
I'm actually sad because like my grandma lives in Toronto, and then I went there, and all the people are really nice. They're really nice.
Yeah.
And just seeing this, I mean, I really do hope that it gets fixed. Oh, my camera. Yeah, it gets fixed. But so I totally understand what's going on with like Steven. But yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And speaking of the Americans, though, the Fox News, they're going crazy.
Yeah.
Like they love these truckers. They put them on every day. They're like, come on, you have to fight back against the government. It's a peaceful protest. All these people who generally hate protesting and like, oh, you're destroying public property, all this stuff. They bring on these Canadian truckers. They're like, we love it. You got to go for it. You got to do it here. And then they go, where? California. Hey. Do it in Texas then if you love it. Do it in Florida then if you love it. They want it. They're like, yeah, go do it in California. So it is like it is like definitely one-sided. I feel like everyone is. I feel like polarized. But even that, I told someone, I'm like, I mean, it seems like both sides are pretty polarized and like getting angry for the sake of getting angry versus like really knowing what the thing is. And even that, people are like, no, how dare you? How dare you? No, they're evil and I'm doing the right thing.
I
Both
feel
sides
like everywhere is polarized right now.
True.
Like even in the Philippines because there's an election. So
my God.
yeah, that's the worst, right?
Duterte, he's just so scary. That guy. What is he doing? What's
No, he's not running, but his daughter is running, like as vice president.
He's running. Is his daughter saying like, unless him and his daughter had a big falling out and she's like, fuck you, dad. No, he's running. He's running the country from home.
Wasn't Justin Trudeau's dad also like a politician? Like
honestly, like, look, I know there's maybe I don't know if there's any Trudeau heads in here. The only reason Justin Trudeau is in office is because his dad was prime minister. He's not like a functional guy even. He's not done anything in his life. Kind of like George W. Bush, just on left. But like, I remember George W. Bush when he was getting elected. You're just like, this guy. People would even say, look, well, he's smart. That's why he must have moved ahead. And it's like, no, if he was smart, he'd do something. He would have done something else. Because this is a hassle. It's almost like nothing else worked out with Trudeau and I think George W. Bush. And it's in their documentary, in their movies too. Nothing else in their lives worked out. Like literally they screwed up at everything. And then their wives and their parents were like, just run for president. Like you'll get it. You'll get it. What else are you going to do with your life?
You know what I'm thinking, Amish? It's like the monarchy never really got dissolved. Like I feel like
that's great. I like that.
Like I'm thinking like we did everything to to have democracy and get rid of the monarchy, but it's still happening. Because like in the Philippines too, he's just passing the torch to his daughter. So in the Philippines too, the number one in the polls, the president is the son of the late dictator Marcos. Yeah, Manny Pacquiao is running, but he's not like polling well. Yeah,
I thought that was a joke. Gurguruga.
No,
Gurguruga's like really?
he is running.
That's great.
Is running,
and he's not doing well.
He's not doing well.
Oh my God!
Because of his policies, he's like too conservative. Like, yeah, I know, right? You can't believe he's too conservative.
Too conservative, like, more than Duterte.
Yeah, well, he is anti-abortion. Even for people who got raped. And then he's also like not he does not agree with gay marriage. So yeah.
Okay, hold on a second.
Yeah, Manny Pacquiao.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna play this. This is hilarious. I love Manny Pacquiao's running for office.
Yeah, president. So
running for president. That's sick, dude.
He's running for president.
Yeah, boy. And he's like running like he's like a champion. He's like boxing champion.
Yeah.
We need progress. We need to win against poverty.
We need government to serve our people with integrity, compassion, and transparency.
Nice.
Tinatanggap ko po ang inyong nominasyon sa akin bilang ako ay nahimik. Ako po bilang kandidato.
Okay.
Yeah.
Iboboto ko dahil kasi talaga nakita ko kung paano siya tumulong sa mga mahihirap kahit sobrang dami ng mga bashers niya, ganun.
Gusto ko lang sa kanya yung galing din kasi siya sa mahirap. Kung nag-umpisa pa lang siya. Kasi malaking hirap.
Wow.
Kasi galing pa sa probinsya. Ma-experience na rin siguro yung mga inaing na mga kain na rin siguro.
This music is great.
Tingnan mo kung nagsalita nga siya ng English, di ba iba mali-mali pa.
Look at him, he speaks English. It's prone to errors.
Oh.
He would just be controlled by the people around him.
Nasa
Okay.
paligid niya, hanggang masira lang din siya.
Okay. Good rip. She's like,
Yeah.
English sucks.
But I don't really agree with that. Like, I mean,
Wait, who cares about the English, right?
yeah, who cares about grammar?
Yeah, like it's fine.
yeah.
It's fine. Look, they're like, listen to his grammar. It's awful, but come on, don't be a
Yeah.
snob.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, he's too conservative for me. Like yeah, he's like always quoting the Bible, but there should be separation between church and state. Like, he wants to run the country the way the Bible says it. So
Wow, that's
Yeah.
that's a lot. That's a lot.
yeah.
Manny Pacquiao, you think this guy was he when he was a boxer? Was he like banging models? Was he like out having sex a lot?
Yeah, of course.
I hate that, man. Come on, dude. Same with MBS, the new king of Saudi Arabia. Like he uses the religious police to like put all his family in jail for like they are doing haram, like they're doing like sinning
Yeah.
against the Quran or whatever. He threw a party. He threw a party on an island. Pitbull, J-Lo, all these stars, Steve Aoki, something like whatever,
Yeah.
DJs like that big, whatever, right? All these people, 40 dudes, it's just 40 dudes, 150 like just model sex workers. And then right after that, he's like, "You are all living haram," and
Yeah.
he like captures.
Yeah,
himself.
you
That
can't
always
do
happens.
it, but I can do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
know, right?
what I was saying, Amish, is like the Philippines have been controlled by like the same political families for decades. Like,
Yeah. And sometimes what you need is a Manny Pacquiao to come in and break that up, because Manny Pacquiao cannot be part of some political royalty. No.
the thing is, you can't really win without the political machinations of like the oligarchy. So I'm
Right.
pretty sure he needs those people. He won't win. I feel like, yeah. It's only like these two, like Lenny, the woman, the only
Yeah.
woman, and then like the son of Marcos. So
Wow.
yeah, it's crazy because did you know about the people power in the Philippines? Like 1986, I was 2.
People power.
Yeah.
No.
Like they because we or the people before, they had like a revolution that they took out the dictator, right? For 21 years. And now it's coming back. Like their family is in power again.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
the same thing in India. Like there's a caste system in India. They
Yeah.
abolished it. Abolished. All the rich people are still rich. All the poor people are still poor. It's the same issues. Like there's a bunch
Yeah.
of Hindus that are like part of the untouchable class, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
what they'll do is they'll convert to Buddhism so that they don't have, because in Buddhism everyone's equal.
Yeah.
So I've seen these documentaries with these old men, like 55, 60-year-old men. They'll go to a Buddhist service where in the middle of the service, the monk says, "You are free. There is no caste system. It is an illusion. You are free. You are
Yeah.
equal. The Buddha loves you, whatever." These guys are crying because they're like,
Yeah.
nobody told me. But
Yeah.
the BJP, the Hindu party, they'll like block them from going to those. Like they'll try to make it illegal. They'll just block them from going. They're like, you're not allowed to go and unconvert out of Hinduism. So it is like, and also that's who's running India, is like Hindu nationalists who are like the Hindu upper class, the priest class, and the warrior class. They call themselves warrior class. They're just a political class. They're garbage. But
We still have a lot of work to do. I feel like.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
a society, there's lots to do. There's a lot of work to do, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the solution is, but I know we're gonna keep talking about it on the drip. You know what I'm saying? Drip, 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 and dip.
Yeah, as long as there's like conflicts, we're still here, right?
We
As
gotta
long as-
talk. You know what? We gotta talk about it. Makes sense for the culture. You know what I'm saying? And no, your wisdom has been great on this. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you too. I learn a lot. Like even with yeah, especially with our audience, like they have a
Yeah.
lot of things to say too. So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
Yeah, the audience always tells me something cool. Yeah.
yeah, but I'll let you know because our election or the Philippines election, I'm already a U.S. citizen, right? So every country
Oh,
has
sick.
political oligarchy. In third world, they hold office themselves, but in the West, they let someone else take the office and act. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. So there's not a lot. Yeah, because actually, I have this like when I was like sitting in the mall and I was just thinking about stuff, and I was telling my husband like because there's a lot of dumb people in the internet, right?
Yeah.
And then I was thinking like uh were there a lot of dumb people like in the middle ages or like before this modern age? And I was like, yeah, there are a lot of people. You
More
just know
dumb,
right
no?
now because they remember they like kicked out the Tsar of Russia, and then
Right.
they put Rasputin in there.
And
So it's like
yeah, and Russia's still run by like an oligarchy of businessmen and like these political interests and stuff like that too. So
yeah, so
yeah,
it's
they're
an
still screwed.
illusion. It's
It
an
is an illusion,
illusion.
yeah. And in Russia, like I saw this great YouTube documentary where they actually made everyone an alcoholic. Like that was like one
What?
of the oligarchs is like someone who sells booze.
Yeah.
So he got together with the government and they just got everyone on booze because they were like, we can just control them better and make more money. It's like
Oh
it's like
wow.
yeah, it's like pretty out in the like everyone knows. It's just like, I mean, look, listen, I saw a YouTube documentary about it, but it's very tight. It's a great documentary.
Yeah,
Looks
and
legit.
did you watch White Tiger? I mean,
Yeah, I loved it. It was so good.
yeah. So that's basically like how I love how it explains like the class, like the divide and stuff.
Honestly, but when I was in India, this is exactly what it was like.
Yeah.
I remember this woman came to see me. She traveled to see me and she was like crouched down and she's like, "Oh,
Oh.
I came to see Prince. I heard Prince is here from Canada." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you." I was like 8 years old. I was like, "Oh, thank you. Like, let me hug you or something, right?" She's like, "No,
Yeah.
no, no, no. I am untouchable. If you touch me, I will be reborn 6 times as a goat." Like she was so I'm like, "Oh my god." I was so mad at my parents. I don't know why my parents. I was just so mad. I was like, what? How could she think this? She's such a nice lady, but she thought she was coming to me to get some blessing.
Wow.
I know she was untouchable, and there's people who believe it. There's actually documentaries about people who left India. They're in the States, and even in the States, they're still kind of like, I shouldn't touch. Like they're just like, sorry, like because in India, yeah, they'll hit you and stuff. They're crazy.
Yeah, they actually hit people and it's legal. Oh my gosh,
Can't
that is
stop it.
crazy.
Can't stop it. Because those guys are connected with the cops. The cops aren't really going to do anything. Like, it's just one of those things. It is like, that's what I mean. Like, caste system is technically abolished, but you can just kind of, everyone's still living in it. You know, everyone's still kind of stuck in it. It takes time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just an illusion. Okay, so yeah, maybe you can talk to. I want to watch it. I'll watch it while I take
Which
care
one?
of
White
my dog.
Tiger?
No. You said you have guests about pro Canada and
Oh, yeah.
anti.
My buddy's coming on. He's actually here. So he's going to join me actually in studio. Crazy. He's going to join me in studio.
Oh,
Right. I know I've never
really?
had anyone in studio, but
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
it's fine.
yeah.
But yeah, no, he's in studio. And then I have another buddy coming after who's going to talk. He's actually pro trucker. So I have both.
Oh, I thought they're gonna come at the same time. Are they gonna debate or?
I'm not really set up for that, but maybe in the future we could do it. The second guy I have
Yeah.
coming on is wild. He is crazy though. So get ready for hot takes. Like it's gonna be some hot takes from him, but he is a bit of a psycho. Love him, great guy. Bit of a psycho. Bit of a But I think great entertainment. I think you're gonna get like all the hot rips because basically everyone in our audience is pro trucker.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna
Yeah.
get their fill of like.
Oh, you know what, Amish? Maybe the next time I come here, you get like a pro MLM. So that
Right, let's do pro MLM, anti MLM debate for sure. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Because honestly, Colin, it's actually not that hard to do. I could do it, Colin.
Yeah. Because like there are people who ask for a debate with me, but then they always ghost me. They like, oh, let's do a
Wow.
debate, and then that day they block me. I was like, what's wrong with you people?
Excuse me. I took time out of my day.
Yeah, and
What
I
the hell?
prepare for it, and then they just like, oh yeah, whatever.
That sucks, man. Sorry to hear that. That's too bad.
So you better change your logo, Amish.
Oh, you think I should change the logo? Well, we'll see. We'll give it a minute.
Yeah,
know, I just- I'm-
maybe it's just like a face.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like if anyone knows how to do that, for sure, like just delete his face and put my face only, because the show is now mine.
Because
It is
they-
my show, and don't forget
They might say you're a scammer.
you know what? I think that's so. You know what we're talking about when Steven was on. We're like, I should just pull off a scam on this channel so that he's forced to cover it. And then when I go, I'm like, now will you be on the podcast? Now you have to come. It's like we have to pull off a scam basically to get him.
Yeah, but
It's
yeah,
hilarious.
yeah.
I
Okay,
think
just
I like the scam branding though. I like scam branding, and I learn a lot of tips from them. But I would never hurt anyone, you know. So
yeah.
I would never.
And do
cross that line.
do more scam rehabs.
Yeah,
No
definitely
more-
more scam. Yeah, and hey, everyone in the audience, we're gonna be doing so many scam rehabs. I want to actually go live like 2-3 times a week. I feel
Oh,
like the channel
wow.
needs that. Yeah,
Oh,
why
wow,
not?
yeah.
It's such a silly
Yeah.
time, and especially with so many guests, because there's people in Toronto. Like, there's an art studio that wants to do it there. There's another promoter, and he's putting me on a bunch of shows. So, with him, I'm just like, you have an audience. I mean, he has like a local audience that comes to live events, but we have this. It's like, even I was at his event on Friday. Actually, shout out to Aman. Recognize me. Aman and another girl named I think her name was Shirin. They both separate, not related to each other. Not friends. Actually, did not like each other, but both were like, "Hey." I thought they were gonna say, "Do you have a podcast?" They're like, "Hey, do you know Steven Coffeezilla?" So that I got that's the recognized I got Friday. Yeah, for sure. So I think
Yeah.
we can go more local lifestyle stuff. You know.
Yeah, and I mean, just let me know if you need a guest. Yeah,
Yo,
so
100%. Yeah, that's what I was telling
Yeah.
Steven too. I just want you guys coming in casual, in and out, like just kind of, come in, do a rip.
yeah.
That's
If we find like new scams, and also like the FTC is actually doing like a rule change.
Okay, sick.
I don't know if Marco talked to you about it.
God is
to,
great.
to
I'm
regulate
I like that.
Yeah, to regulate the MLMs.
That's so good.
Let's see if it's gonna pass. Let's see. I mean, I already lost hope actually too, but I mean, I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna do it.
The thing is, nobody cares. Like, it's so
Yeah.
hard when nobody cares. Like, the people that get scammed, they don't want to talk about it. They're embarrassed.
Mhm.
Everyone else is like, yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. Who cares? Like, most people I
Yeah.
know are like that. So whatever.
Yeah. All right,
Cool, yo.
Amish.
Thanks for
It's
coming.
been
Appreciate
fun.
you.
It's been fun.
Yeah,
Thanks,
fun, fun, fun.
everyone. Thank you.
Elaine Linga,
Always
everybody.
here.
Check out her channel at Invested Lifestyle on YouTube. She's killing it. Always putting up content. Elaine, you are loved.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oops, I cut her off. But I have the power now. You see, I have the power. And today I have a friend here, my buddy Cecil. Big guy in politics. Big man around town with the politics. Really understands this trucker protest better than I do, I think, because I honestly, I said this last week too. I don't think it's fascism, the government side. Like, I don't think they're doing fascism. But my attitude is like, can we not have, as leftists, are we going to give a shout out to these protests? I mean, seem pretty well organized, seem pretty well put together. So that's what we're going to be talking about next. And I know like so many of you are excited about that. Let me pull up let's get the truckers convoy. We'll show the footage, and then we'll have my boy come on and talk about it, because yeah, surprisingly, I just can't get people, like, I don't know what the issue. I don't know. I just don't know what the issue is. Meaning, like, I don't know. Like, I know that they're like, the truckers are wild and out of control, but seem nonviolent, seem like nice, peaceful protests. But a lot of people are pissed, and they might know a little more about it than me. And you know what? That's what we do here. We talk to everyone in the community. Like I said before, let's show this one more time, actually. Very good. Hold up. You are my child. You are my child. All are forgiven. First time having a live guest in the studio. This is wild. Yeah, you're on, dude. Hold up. I'm going to have to remove this. I'm going to share some footage. And I'm going to share some footage while you're talking. And everyone...
This is sexy. Wow.
This is sexy,
Okay.
eh? Not bad, eh? The drip.
Cool.
This is.
I didn't go to Harvard. Just not educated.
Wow, that's funny because I went to Harvard.
I know. That's
Isn't that
why,
wild?
right? Harvard X.
Harvard X. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no. Tell me how you feel about this.
Good to be here, man.
Thanks,
What's,
buddy.
What's going on? So what? I sort of missed the first. We're live right now. I missed the first hour. What's been going on?
We're
What are you
live,
guys talking
baby.
about? You've been talking about trucker stuff the whole time, or
No. Steven actually left the show today.
Oh,
so it's been a very exciting day.
What do you mean? Like he's gone, or he's just gone for the moment?
The show is mine.
Wow. Okay. Well,
Is that loud? But no, the show is mine. Hey, welcome. I guess.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course. So you're.
Where do we start on this trucker thing?
The trucker thing. Okay, let's quick recap. We should just say, like, look, it's 3 weeks, intense protest. Here's some footage from it.
Sure.
They hit the nation's capital. I thought it seemed pretty peaceful, but they were honking loud horns. They were like pissing people off that lived there, like a lot of people that were pissed.
Sure.
But overall, it seemed like a peaceful protest. They were protesting against vaccine mandates and masks.
Okay.
But they also did put in there, like, we're going to take over we want to overthrow the government.
I think that's where you're starting to lose some people.
The overthrow the government.
Yeah.
I got you. I get you on the overthrow the government, but it is like, it does seem like a lefty move. Like, you almost have to go that far. Like when Jagmeet Singh, so I saw footage of Jagmeet Singh, who's supposed to be opposition, but to like he's a leader of the NDP party.
Yep.
But he basically was on a thing and he said that, and the conservatives went crazy in parliament. They just all started booing when he said that, when he mentioned that, like, these guys came here to overthrow our government. So because I think they started booing because they were like, they're just saying that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like when Black Lives Matter, when that was happening, all these American, like Fox News, who now loves the trucker protest.
Right.
But back then they're like, this is going to destroy our society. They're saying they hate white people. Well, sorry, but this is our society.
I don't think that's what they were saying, but maybe that's how it was interpreted.
That's how interpreted by Fox News, I mean.
Well, so here's the thing with this trucker protest. Can I don't know your audience. Are they Canadian? Are they Americans?
It's a lot of Americans,
it's a
but
mix?
like I said, someone recognized, haven't I been with you?
You've been recognized. Random cities. We've been in small town Ontario and people like, oh.
Hey, are you on that podcast? Yeah, we're getting that. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. So
mostly dudes though.
Only
It'd
dudes.
be nice if girls started recognizing you a little bit, but
I think they
we'll
do, and they don't
We'll
want to
get there.
say it, maybe, but it does seem like, maybe. Who knows, right? Who knows? Yeah. And listen, the viewpoint is very pro-trucker here, I feel like.
Okay.
But anyway, say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, so, listen.
Offend them. Don't feel like you can't offend them.
Right, okay.
But
Can't
I'm
hold
gonna
back.
leave you here for a second. I'll be
Sure.
right back.
Yes.
You want to take this chair?
You want to take the chair? Okay, cool. We're switching spots here?
Yeah, man, go for it.
The show is mine now. Sorry, just kidding. I mean, the thing is, I actually made some notes.
No, I'm just kidding.
You want to get up? I can move.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah. I mean, listen, man, I think the thing for me with the trucker protest is that I'm going to throw like a little bit of an olive branch out here and say that I kind of agree with them. Amish, is that not the viewpoint you want on right now? Like,
No,
I kind of agree. I kind of agree with the basic premise, which is I'm vaccinated. I'm not boosted. I've got my 2 vaccines. And I agree with the fact that you shouldn't have to force someone to put something in their body that they don't want, right? So, Amish, I mean, he's kind of off microphone here. How do you feel about that? Do you agree with that? What's your opinion on it? Okay, he's giving me the thumbs up. So he agrees with that as well. So let's start with that basic premise, right?
That's great.
I think the problem, though, is that this thing is kind of morphed into its own little beast.
Right.
Right? Like, kind of like with, I don't want to say Black Lives Matter, but, Black Lives Matter. What was the premise of it?
It was like police brutality.
100%.
I thought it was a good cause.
Who wouldn't get on board with being against police brutality or excessive force, right?
Yeah.
So I think the same thing here with the trucker protest is that, the original mandate was we don't want mandates.
Yeah.
Right.
And by the way, not even close to the severity of like we should just say that, like, I think Black Lives Matter was way more of a cause than the truckers protest. But I do agree with you that, like, peaceful protests, go for it. They are government overreaching. A lot of the truckers are like, no, this is like Nazi Germany now. And I'm like, I feel like the Black Lives Matter one had more of a point in that regard.
There
Like
was a
they were talking about violence versus
Yeah.
this is really like, okay, I can't get my job, and that's a form of violence. But
I wish you could pull up this cartoon. Maybe people have seen this meme. There's like a meme of a guy who is a Jewish shop owner in Germany.
Yeah.
And the windows of his shop have been smashed. There's like Nazi symbols spray painted all over it. And who's that? Is it Tyler Green, the crazy-ish lady? I mean, I think she's crazy, but
Tyler Green? Oh, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah,
and she's standing next to the shop owner who's clearly living in Nazi Germany.
Okay.
And has been discriminated against. And she's like, oh, I feel your pain. I had to wear a mask in Home Depot once. And it's like, come on, guys. Where's the moral equivalency here? So
I can't get a word in with trucker protests supported. Like people are mad at me for not for saying like I support you.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's Nazis. And they're like, you idiot, you're soft.
Yeah.
You're the reason why they're gonna take over. You're
Yeah.
too soft. People are just pissed about it.
And this is a great forum because I can just spew whatever thoughts I have and there's no one to yell back at me. Because usually I'm debating my buddies in like
and
a pub or something.
Yeah, and they're
like I'm
pissed.
waiting for someone to tell me to fuck off, but it's not gonna happen here. Maybe.
I don't think so. Maybe they could though. They could. They're pretty pro trucker, I feel like. Last time too. But
listen, I'm pro trucker too.
Yeah.
I'm pro like what their cause is. I'm against mandates as well.
Yeah.
So getting to my point, I think the thing is that this protest is morphed into its own little thing, right? Which is now people are against all men. They don't want to wear masks.
Yeah.
You know, I get people don't want to take vaccines. That's fine. That's your personal choice. I took a vaccine.
Same,
but the
way.
problem is that nobody wants to follow any rules at this point. Like I get they want to drop the vaccine passports. I get all that. But at what point, like it's like they don't want any rules, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's their demand. Any rules?
well, demand, and now they're getting to like it's getting into like they're pulling in other. I don't want to call it fringe, but they're pulling in like other elements of it. Like you're getting, which is probably not part of the trucker protest.
Big Fox
but you're
News
getting,
push.
but you're getting like white supremacists that are getting involved, and it's probably only like 1 or 2% of that element. But now it's like you're pulling in all the crazies, is what you're doing.
Right.
It started off as like a good mainstream clean protest, and then now you're getting in all the crazies.
Right. So you're okay with Trudeau just going in with the cops, clean it out.
Okay. So here's my thing with the cop thing, right? When it was a peaceful protest, it was fine. Now, what you have is not a protest anymore. You have a blockade. Like you have people setting up like hot tubs, childcare. There's like big screen TVs.
No, that's a protest. That's a protest.
That's not a protest.
You got to put a whole community together, just like the farmers' protest in India. Like you can't
Sure.
just go there for 2 or 3 weeks without the logistics of like, what are we going to eat? What are we going to? Where's our fuel? How do we keep ourselves warm? What do I do with my family?
But at what point? Okay, so what point does it become a protest, and then does it become a blockade? Right? Like people have to go about their
I think
lives.
a blockade is just one form of protesting. So it is counts as this is what I mean. Where a lot of people on the left and look in France.
Mm-hmm.
They are so down for this. I feel like Canada's soft.
The French are good protesters.
They say "Vive la liberté, égalité." I don't give a shit.
The French,
they don't even know what they're protesting after that.
In France, they will protest harder than they go to work, man. Like protesting is work for them.
They do. They're at work. They say protest. I'm out.
That's it, man.
That's how. But I feel like Canada, we're a little soft on that. So we see things like this is called political action. You know, like if you want to make a change, you do have to make it hurt. Now, non-violence means you don't hit anyone. The loud horns are even maybe a bit of a violence thing. But doing a strategic blockade is technically like counts as
I want to talk about
protesting
the non-violence thing in a second because that's a good point. But like, let's talk about blocking the border, for example.
Okay.
Right. What's your opinion on the blocking of the border?
I mean, it's type political action, and these lefties needed to be doing shit like that.
So when they block the border, who are they protesting when they block the border?
They're making all of our lives uncomfortable.
Sorry to sound like a fucking teacher.
100%.
I'm doing the Socratic method here. I'm trying to I'm trying to pull information out by.
They are trying to make all of our lives uncomfortable so that we all become aware of their issue. It's just like when those Tamil Tigers in Toronto. Remember when they blocked the QEW in Toronto? Or the DVP.
Sounds familiar.
There's like a Tamil Tiger protest when we were in high school, and they blocked the DVP, and that's when I was first like, well, that's not allowed. You can't block. People have to go to work, and that's the first time someone told me that. Like, that's kind of what political action is. You're disrupting people's lives so that they can now non-violence, no fighting, no whatever, but you're blocking you're You're
trying to get
interrupting
people's
someone's
attention.
life.
You're trying to get people's attention, and I get that.
Yeah. So blockade to me is like a
so.
little bit of
Here's
that.
my thing, right? The whole idea with the initial premise of the trucker protest is that we were protesting on behalf of truckers that don't want to be forced to get vaccinated, right?
Yeah.
So the statistic out there, whether it's true or not, is that 90% of truckers are in Canada are vaccinated, 10% are not, right? So the mandate protest was for those 10% of truckers that were not vaccinated, right?
Okay, yeah. It is only 10%. That is like not a good look for them.
Right. And 10% is equivalent to about 16,000 Canadians, right?
Yeah.
It's about 40 million Canadians, and there's about 16,000 that were.
It does seem like everyone has the vaccine. Like, I don't know who.
Sure.
That's the other thing too. Is like, who are they if like 90% of them have?
Sure.
the
And I
vaccine?
think Ontario, the numbers around 85 or 90% of people are vaccinated. Ontario, different provinces have varying numbers, whatever. But the thing I'm trying to get at is like, if you're protesting on behalf of the people, why are you blocking the border? Because all you're doing is preventing blue collar Canadians from going to work.
Yeah.
Blue collar truck drivers. By the way, they interviewed people on that were stuck on the American side that were Canadians, and they're like, "Dude, what are you doing? You're not protesting for my rights. I'm at work.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get these goods across the border. I'm trying to get food on the shelves.
Yeah.
And you're protesting for me? No, you're protesting for yourself, and it's selfish. You're not protesting for Canadians. You're protesting for yourself because I don't agree with it." Now, whether people agree with this, there's a study that was put out by McMaster University, and I'm going to paraphrase whatever. I'm not going to quote exactly, but it was something like 70 or 75% of Canadians are not in support of the blockades.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're gonna make political change, and you're gonna get like, basically it's like Trudeau said, it's a small fringe of people that are not vaccinated, right? And disrupting people's lives, where like 90% of Canadians like, let's go about our business. Let's go back to work.
77%.
Something, it was like 70% or something that don't support.
But I gotta say though, do you think without them, like during when this started, within like 2 weeks, a couple of provinces dropped other mandates.
Got to give them credit.
I gotta give them credit.
Got to give them credit.
That's so good.
Got to give them credit. And like I said,
it's so nice to go out.
I give them credit if they stick linearly to what the issue is. But it's starting to spread into all these other things. Now, the other thing too is they blocked. So one of the things they said initially about having mandates for truckers was that 10% of truckers are not going to be vaccinated. So already we have supply chain issues. We're not getting products on the shelf, right? Because of the pandemic itself, right? And products from China, there's supply chain issues. I work in this type of business or environment, so I'm well aware of it. So essentially they were saying, but then if you further create supply chain issues by removing 10% of truckers from the road, there's going to be stockouts on the shelves. Shelves are going to go empty.
Yeah.
Right. Have you been to the grocery store lately?
No.
Or have you been to the mall? Are you seeing stockouts anywhere?
Yeah.
And the funny thing is
the mall, there's actually one store I go to, Hot Topic. They have nothing there.
Really?
They have nothing. Dude, I go
What's
in,
Hot
I'm
Topic?
like, Hot Topic is like a store that sells like shit like this, like shirts like this.
Okay.
Like they're just like a silly store.
Okay.
And because of that, I discovered Spencer's, which actually sells more spiritual gear that I bought. I bought that eyeball over there. I'll show people in a second.
That's an eyeball. Cool.
Yeah, but Spencer's is stacked.
Okay.
Hot Topic, I went in. I'm like, oh, cool. You guys are minimalizing.
Yeah.
You're making it like look cool.
Yeah,
and like, dude,
yeah.
because it's usually you can't walk in
Yeah,
here.
that's our
You're,
new
like,
branding.
into shit.
That's our new.
I was like, great new branding. They're like,
that's our trucker. Yeah, protested branding.
Supply shortages.
Yeah.
So not one shelf is empty, but they're down to like no shelf.
Well,
Just the walls and just like two things in the middle.
But they were saying the mandates would cause this issue. It wasn't the mandates that caused it. It was literally the people that were screaming and saying the federal government's going to cause issues. They're going to cause stockouts because of this mandate. Truckers are not going to be able to move goods. That wasn't it. It was actually the protesters. The protesters were blaming something on the federal government that they themselves ended up causing.
They caused it, yeah.
Right.
So they blocked shipments and
so there's like a hypocrisy there as well, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, I think they've cleared up the borders. Some borders are still blocked. I think Alberta, they've had issues.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing too. Now they physically removed everyone in Ottawa. It does seem to me like they'll just come back. You can't do that.
Yeah,
like you do have to stop and convince these people, because it almost becomes like a whack-a-mole where like, okay, you got them in Ottawa. I think they might have just showed up in Toronto the next day.
I think so. I made some notes. I'm a little cheating there. No, that little that piece of paper
here
there.
you go.
Yeah, this piece of paper.
That's great, man. Thanks for making notes, dude. Guys, everyone give it up for Cecil, man. She's killing it on this podcast.
So
giving us the pro-government. That's good. It's very reasonable perspective. It's good.
So here's the thing. I agree with protests. I don't agree with occupations, and I don't agree with blockades. Okay.
But just real quick note on that. So a protest. So what's allowed? You can just be. It all has to be nice, nothing.
In Canada, we're allowed protests, but I think it has to be peaceful, which I think for the most part they have been peaceful. Maybe 10% of people have not been, but okay. The second thing is I think you need permits or some shit. I don't know city bylaw. But you basically, if you're going to block off the road, you need to get like a permit to protest, and you block off for a few hours.
Right.
Like Toronto does those marathons that are annoying in the summer, and the city's all jammed up.
Yeah.
But it's for like 2-3 hours. Whatever, right?
Really kills all the rock and roll out of the protest.
Yeah.
I did the paperwork. And
it does look like a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie. It does look like a lot of fun. But the thing is, I think at the point where you start preventing people from moving around, you're blocking other people's freedoms. Like, how is it a freedom protest when you're blocking other people's freedoms? Like, people can't go to work because you block the border.
Yeah.
Like, plants shut down. Automotive plants shut down. People couldn't go to work.
Apparently, Biden called Trudeau and said, fix it.
Trudeau is a blue collar, man. He supports the unions. He's trying to get that automotive industry going again, right? Didn't even invite Elon to the electric car summit at the White House.
Biden, you mean Biden?
Biden, yeah,
wow.
Biden, yeah. But yeah, there's $500 million worth of goods that were not crossing the border.
Okay,
right? 500 million each day. So at some point, like, what are you holding a whole country hostage because you don't want to get a vaccine?
Right.
Like, at what point do you balance it and say, hey, we've gone too far, that we're blocking people from getting food on the shelves, we're blocking people from going to work, we're blocking people from being able to go about their lives. People, I mean, there were honking horns downtown Ottawa. Yes, it's inconvenient. I get it.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Right? But like, where's the balance in it? That's my whole thing. That's the hypocrisy, is that we're fighting for freedom, but whose freedoms? You're fighting for your own individual freedom. And I get it. That's what you should do. But you shouldn't do it at a point where the inconvenience becomes so great.
I know.
That you actually pissing off more people than actually are supporting you.
Yeah. It's crazy that all these right-wing people love it, because they normally make all these arguments about protesting. They're like, protesting is just a waste of time. No money. You're wasting you're blocking everyone else's ability to do stuff. And it's just disrupting our economy and our society. So just don't do that's what they've always done with Black Lives Matter, with any other protest. This one, it's crazy how they flipped though.
Yeah.
They're just so pro-trucker at this point.
Yeah.
And they're basically saying, like, keep holding the line, keep fighting back. There's a Fox News right here. They love it, dude.
They love it. It's good for their viewers. People will tune in. It pisses people off. It keeps people watching.
Yeah.
They sell more advertising.
What do you think of like just taking all the money though? The money and pushing them out? That seems like a lot.
You're going to love this one. Okay. Once again, there's lots of news sources out there.
Because War Measures Act is pretty, you don't think that's extreme?
It's a little extreme, potentially. But here's the thing about the money. So the funding, right? They had to cut off the funding. So part of, I believe, bringing in the Emergencies Act was that police don't have the power to freeze people's accounts, right? They need a special emergency power in order to do that. So I think that's why Trudeau had to get involved.
Okay.
Right? Because provincially, police have more than enough power. If you're blocking a roadway or you're disrupting the peace or whatever, you don't need special powers. As a like a regular police officer off the road, like if you have a noise complaint in your neighborhood, you call city by law, whatever, they can handle that.
Freeze the bank account? No.
But they can't freeze the bank account, but they can handle that. So provincially, they didn't. I think Doug Ford brought in emergency powers as well. They didn't need all that. But then the emergency powers gave them the extra ability to like freeze bank accounts.
Dude, apparently they're putting them in the illegal battle. Like the organizers are just in a tight legal battle for the next 6 months.
Jesus.
I know, they're fucked. They really screwed them on that part too. Because I mean, the Emergency Measures Act, freezing the bank accounts, towing the trucks, like that does seem like pushing it. And then of course they had to physically go in and push them all out. But
yeah,
I guess at some point there's like on both sides, at some point there's just going to be like that tussle is going to happen. But good for both of them for not killing anyone, not really I haven't seen any just mean-spirited beating the shit out of someone clips, really.
Nah, I mean, I haven't seen that, but I don't know if it exists or not. But I've seen a guy, am I allowed to comment on comments?
Comment.
Yeah, like someone saying about the border that was only closed for 2 days. I mean, I think it was only closed for 2 days because, and it was closed for much longer than that, but I think it was only closed for that short amount of time because the police had to step in and reopen it.
I think because Biden called Trudeau and said, fucking
yeah, and there was $500 million worth of goods that were not crossing the border. And they were saying, I think in northern Manitoba, if they not stepped in, their food would have been bare on the shelves.
No, honestly, this is all the arguments that I heard during Black Lives Matter. They always said, they're like, you can't disrupt business. It'll destroy the economy. That money, people need it to live and whatever. Like all those points. And now people don't give a fuck because they flipped it. You know, like these people don't care about protesting. These people don't care about
I want to throw it to Olive Branch. I agree with. I agree. People should be able to protest.
Yeah.
I
And
agree with all of that.
huge shout out for we are open, dude. I cannot imagine they're gonna close. And Friday was amazing. And tonight maybe we'll party. Like the parties are popping right now.
Give them kudos for what they did do.
God is good.
What they did do, which is make politicians rethink what they're doing.
Yeah.
Right. I just think it's gone too far now.
Yeah.
I think it's gone too far.
Yeah, I do feel like politicians are just like the kind of people that'll stay closed forever.
Yeah. So the big thing, we'll go back to the money thing. Okay. Once again, there's lots of news sources out there. Apparently, a lot of the funding, by the way, because we go back to the Canadians, like 70% of Canadians don't support what's currently going on.
Right. So
you know where the funding, a lot of the funding,
American
millions of dollars are coming from?
Right-wing maniacs
in the U.S.
Yeah.
Now, think about it the other way. If Russians were sending money to interfere with U.S. political whatever, what would happen?
Look at Huckabee. He's just like, this is the people's convoy. Everyone's out for this.
Huckabee?
That's Huckabee.
That's Huckabee?
That's Huckabee now. He just looks old now. Dude, let's hear some of it. I bet it's hilarious, dude. He's so wild.
Dude, he looks so distinguished.
Too much of the tomorrow, and
the beard's working for him.
convoy will
Beard is
make
sexy.
its way through Texas.
He was just a roller coaster
Protesters
guy.
are expected
Hot
to
enough to be
end
a
their
Fox
route
News,
in
like, I feel
Washington,
like all
D.C.
conservative
with potential
women on
to be
news are
there
just, like,
for
super
President Biden's
hot
State of the
blondes, no?
Union address.
She's-
In
maybe
Washington,
she's aging
authorities
out.
who are waiting
She's
for the
cute,
truckers'
though. She's cute,
arrival
yeah.
are already blocking roads and will reinstall the fence around the nation's capital.
Oh,
Joining me now
back to
is the
this.
former governor of Arkansas and presidential candidate Mike Huckabee. Governor,
I can't-
your
why is
thoughts on
Huckabee
this?
talking about
Because
this?
Again, you know those left wingers in D.C. are going to call
Those left
these
wingers.
terrorists,
She says it so
applauding them
twangy.
for all the hard work they did
Those
during the
left
pandemic.
wingers.
We'll call them insurrectionists, racist.
I
white
always love when they
supremacist
put the Dow
Klan
Jones
members,
meter
because that's
next to
all
some
they
news
know how to
story so that
do
it makes
is
it look
vilify
like
people who are
like
just
the
trying
left
to
wing
speak
is
their
causing
own
the stock
piece.
market to like
Crash. Yeah. Dow futures.
They're going to hope
Yeah.
people will
Down.
remember
Down
every time they
because
reach
of
for
this.
something on their grocery store shelves or they go and pick up a package on their doorstep that Amazon delivered. There was a trucker involved. If it hadn't been for the truckers, the economy would have shut down far more than it even did during COVID. They were hailed as the heroes of 2020 and 2021. Now they're being vilified, and it's shameful. And what is it that they really want? They just want to be free. These are not anti-vaxxers. You know, the great majority of the truckers in Canada
Oh, that's good.
were
making a
vaccinated.
good point there,
But they
actually.
didn't
That's
like
good.
the draconian rules that Mr. I know everything, Justin Trudeau, the little tyrant up in Canada, tried to
Tyrant.
impose upon them. So I hope that when the truckers of America make their way across the country, hopefully they'll do it peacefully, they'll do it in an orderly way, but I hope they do it loud and clear and let Washington know that there's not two classes of Americans, the elites and the rest of us. It can't be that way. And
Such a
that's
joke
what the
coming from
truckers are trying to
conservatives.
say in Canada, and I think they'll be saying it in America as well.
Yeah, you've seen that divide grow and grow.
These guys are like, oh, we love it. Come over here and do it. Where should we go? California? It's going to be in California. They hate protests. This is so ridiculous.
They were going to protest the Super Bowl at one point.
When you go and
They're crazy, man.
Yeah,
dude.
It's a very nuanced issue. It's tough.
Yeah, it's actually, people are pretty reasonable when you get into it, I find. But let's see what these guys are saying. Not Stewie. LOL, those left wingers, yeah.
Yeah. No, left wingers. Those other guys.
Yeah,
They
exactly,
do all the bad stuff, and we do all the good stuff.
They just think
and then
they're
you
so
get on
perfect.
CNN, they're like, those guys do all the shitty stuff.
Yeah, I
and
know. They're just so polarized right now.
Yeah, Fox News is crazy. CNN is crazy. Like, I don't want to be. I don't want to come on here and sound like I'm some like far left.
Yeah,
like
no,
I'm
CNN
a very. I like to be a very balanced guy. Just
I actually
calling out the
love-
hypocrisy.
I find it very insulting when someone, if you say you're left wing and they're like, oh, so you love CNN? And it's like,
Oh
what?
no, that's CNN is not
It's
left wing.
so trash. It's so
trash.
hack. It's like corporate. It's actually
tabloid.
it's right wing.
It's tabloid.
It's just like so like they basically learned all the Fox News moves and
Yeah.
they're just another Fox News.
That's
guy.
it. Yeah.
So yeah, it's too bad.
Yeah.
Fox News just destroyed media. What do you have anything else?
I mean, I got a lot of stuff here, but
I think I have
so the
another person
funding,
coming.
the funding thing, you don't like.
Okay, tell me.
I thought that was going to be a shocker, but it didn't blow you away as much as I thought. But yeah, I think that like the funny thing is like it almost seems like the funding is coming in, and it's almost like, hey man, Canadians, we don't want this. Like this is not us as a country.
Yeah,
and it's like your polarization is now coming into Canada by the way of funding. right? So we go back. Why did you need the emergency powers? I think, everyone knows the emergency powers, the specific tool they needed was to be able to freeze money, freeze crypto accounts, by the way, freeze cryptocurrency. And I don't know if it was, they're using the excuse that the money was coming from the US in order to freeze those accounts. But I mean, that's part of it. If that was flipped in any other situation, if
unacceptable.
Russia was sending money to the US or US is interfering with it, why are we having US news? And they don't give a shit about Canada. They're just leveraging this movement to basically
bolster ratings,
bolster the ratings, bolster everything. It's like, dude, don't bring your fucking division here.
Yeah,
we don't need it. So
yeah, we're better than that.
Yeah.
We don't fight that hard. Like, we're pretty chill, and nobody should be.
And I want to use this term. It's the silent majority.
Yeah,
a silent majority of people are just like, dude, let's move on. Let's go on. Now, the thing I don't get, right? And I mean, Trudeau is a politician at the end of the day.
Yeah,
he's got an ego, just like any politician or anyone.
Yeah,
just like Donald Trump. If you stand outside of Donald Trump's White House and put a F Donald Trump flag, how do you think he's going to react? Yeah. Right? Like, the guy's gonna be like, he's gonna get his back up against a wall and be like, no, I gotta double down. Trudeau's the same thing. They always say he's the P word, right? He's a big old wuss, right? Because he's always crying and he backs down. He's apologizing for everything.
I
And
think
now
we should say pussy. I think we say pussy here.
Well, and now he's coming down hard, and people are like, oh, now he's a tyrant. Like, which one is he? Right? Is he a wuss or is he a tyrant?
Well,
and
one of my favorite things that came out of this, actually, what I find actually doubly offensive.
People are waving F Trudeau signs in the guy's face for the past 3 weeks. How do you think he's going to react?
Speaking of this I find very offensive that they'll just do.
Castro Trudeau.
Have you seen this?
Yeah, so many times.
It's such a great conspiracy. I mean, it is such a dumb conspiracy, but it is so, like, looks like him. But that's got to be like, here's the thing. When you do that stuff, right? It's like, what's going on here? You take, like, okay, so like this one, right? This is a good conspiracy. I like it. Now, here's the thing. You take
like Lee Harvey Oswald a little bit too.
Which one?
This middle one. Like
middle one, he does.
Second from the left.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's another
guy.
Maybe
that's
he
another
was there.
conspiracy.
He was on the grassy knoll.
He was on the grassy knoll. Maybe that was him.
Yeah.
But I do feel like you take two pictures that look similar. This one's tight,
this
too.
one's funny.
This one's sexy.
That's adorable.
That's so cute.
You just put a little mustache on there.
Yeah.
If we draw like, hey, you know what? With your mustache.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
But I think you just adjust one a little over this way. You adjust that a little over this way. And then now you're like, holy shit, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You got it. Now, the thing that really pisses me off about these truckers, though, is that first they'll do that, right? And then here's the thing, right? Is that they got that.
Mm-hmm.
But then they'll also, and this is where I do feel like, I find this very offensive about conservatives, actually, is that they just have
That's
no.
funny. Trudeau admires China's dictatorship. That's actually kind
That's
of
hilarious.
That's a good comment. Who is that? Borak?
Borak, what's up, baby? How do I share a picture? Video file, extra camera, slides. No, share screen. Window. Hold on.
Oh, that's so good. Did you make that?
No, someone made this. Sorry, I'm just going to show you in a second. Wait, here it is. Like, my whole thing is like, you can't have both.
Yeah.
Like you're calling him Caste.
They call him Trudeau. That's clever. Whoever. And then they put a China flag in the background. It's all mixed.
There's no respect. There's no consistency.
I don't get it. I thought he was a pussy.
Well, then War Measures Act, and then they go, oh, okay, now you're Hitler.
Now he's a tyrant.
Don't say you conservatives. They always just do any argument.
Right.
They'll call you a communist, and then they'll also call you Hitler. Just pick one, man. I find that very offensive. Just pick one, and that's all you get. You can't have both. You call these guys communists, they call you Hitler. That's the rules.
I think really what we're talking about today is just we're calling out all the hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Right on the right side, left, because I feel like we're going back and forth, and it's like I kind of agree with some things what the truckers are doing. I kind of agree why Trudeau's doing it.
Yeah.
Like I think we're trying to find the balance here, but you can't have it both ways, man. Which one is he?
Just go Castro.
Just go Castro.
Castro's a good theory though. Castro, apparently his mom was with Fidel Castro at that time. Could be.
I love how we're just
Could be.
throwing out accusations out there without any proof. Right?
No. It's part of their theories.
That's what we do, though, right? That's what we do as conservatives.
Oh, yeah.
We just throw out theories without any proof, right?
That's what people do. Yeah, no, for sure. This is from a channel called Meme the Left, and they just put, I don't know why, like they just put a thing saying like, YouTube has flagged us, so they're coming after us. But dude, every video they put up is like this.
So do you flagged?
I haven't been flagged. No, I don't. We could, but we get
And
demonetized.
if you do, it's probably Trudeau.
It's
Trudolph.
Trudolph Hitler.
It's kind of, you gotta laugh.
That's
It's
pretty
funny.
silly. That's
it's
pretty
funny.
silly.
Whoever did it, they're clever.
Good job, meme the left. I mean,
Clever.
they're hilarious, but they did put up their last post they put up was like, YouTube's coming after us, guys, and it just has like YouTube being like emailing them saying like, this video is inappropriate, and we'll
really?
have to take it down. Yeah, and
So,
if you continue doing this, we'll have
Barack
to.
is saying, "What's up, guys? Love the show." There's an old video where he states his admiration for. Yeah, he has to say that though, man. He was probably in some like China summit, or he was probably like trying to curry some favor. He's a politician. He's gonna say
George W. Bush said that too. He said this would be easy if it was a dictatorship.
Really?
They're both brat rich kids, man. They're just like, just do what I say.
Well, and then
they're
there's
like,
then there's no context for that. Like, in what context is he saying it? Right? Like, he's probably in China or at some summit or something where or maybe
yeah, you have to.
He's saying it in a joke or whatever. Like, I've seen politicians go, "Oh, we're pro, the environment," and then they'll go to like an industry event that support like tar sands or whatever. They don't call it the tar sands anymore, but like Alberta oil summit.
Yeah.
And they're speaking to only oil executives and there's no media there. And they're saying, "Oh, I support oil." Like, they'll say whatever's a kind of working in that room, right?
Listen, China, you
Not
almost
though.
have to
You
kiss
say
their
what
ass.
Yeah, you do.
You better.
Well, tell them your John Cena story.
The John Cena story.
Very, very, very.
Oh yeah. We covered that. We covered John Cena.
it?
We covered John Cena. But let's watch it. It's a good meme.
Actually, I haven't seen it yet. I think it'll be fun.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh man,
I just think it's funny that you get this guy who's like Mr. America. He's huge. He's jacked. Oh shit! I ordered food and I totally forgot about it. Sorry. The guy probably.
Well, that's perfect time. I'm going to take back my seat. Everyone, Cecil is here. We're going to watch this. A great video. This is actually a classic video. We should watch this.
Oh, it's not here yet. We're good.
Okay. Well.
Sorry. Take your seat back. You dictator.
Yeah, he's a little Hitler. Share a screen. John. This is hilarious. I don't know what commercial this is.
Wow, this music's like 80s.
Free and free and free.
What is this?
And free and free and free and free and free and free and free.
I'm gonna go check. I'll be back.
Cool. All good, man. I think we're getting audio only on this.
TurboTax Free Edition is free. See details at turbotax.com.
So dumb that this ad choices thing won't play their video.
我做很多采访，很多，所以在一个采访，我有一个错误，所有
Pathetic.
我爱跟尊重中国跟中国人，我很抱歉对我的错误。
Oh wow, he's got the accent down and everything.
It's tight, dude. It's pretty tight. He knows how to speak it.
Am I allowed to eat on here while I'm talking?
Sure, go for it, man.
No rules.
We're almost done, actually. We're gonna get out of here. Yeah. My buddy's supposed to come, but like he's not gonna come because I do want to do more episodes. Oh, you have some points? Okay, cool. Let's do some points. Please say Taiwan. Nonsense about China's territorial issues in the future.
It's a long time down.
Sick. Wow, good call.
It's a good video. Eh?
That's hilarious. No, but I like how the dialogue that they put from the movie is like, "You turned your back on me. No, you turned your back on me." It's perfect. I know I saw a lot of heat was on that girl who the Chinese American girl.
Eileen Gu?
Eileen Gu, yeah, she's playing for the.
She is all hot, yeah. I think people. So here's the funny thing is, people do this all the time.
Yeah, but I don't think she's a sellout for going to China though. Like I think it's fine. America poaches players everywhere. They're crazy. It's such a Fox News controversy.
There is a Korean skier who won a gold medal for America. Not a controversy.
All the time. It's these fucking Fox News idiots. They sent every American job to China. They didn't give a shit about America.
No.
And now she just wins 1 gold medal. I mean, she'll probably win 4 or 5, I think.
I think it's really an issue. Like,
former pro wrestler.
I think the Eileen Gu thing, because like, dude, you know, there's a ton of Canadian hockey players and American hockey players that played for the Chinese hockey team, right?
Yeah, of course.
Like Chris Chelios, All-American. His son, Jake
Chelios?
Jake Chelios played for the Chinese team. But Eileen Gu, she's hot. That's why it hurts more. She's a hottie, dude.
I know these conservatives are pissed, eh?
She's a hottie. And then second thing is
she's 18, by the way, but
it's legal, man.
18, yeah. I'm
not saying that.
She just made it into
whatever.
Good thing, because they can do it when they're 15.
She's hot, but yeah. The thing is,
I think they can. But
the thing is that the Chinese are using her like a crazy propaganda machine, right?
Well, she's did a good job of being out on one of these speaking things, and she goes, she's like, I'm not here to fight. I'm here to bring 2 cultures together. I love both sides. And her mom is born and raised in China and like raised her. So it's like,
maybe what
I think she's doing great,
man.
They need Eileen Gu. She's bringing the culture together. But I think this is the full John Cena. We got to see it. It's so solid.
通过就是讲西呢，我必须说现在在速度与激情中，我做很多采访，很多。在一个采访，我有一个错误，所有人问我，如果我可以用中文，速度与激情有人给我很多资讯 information，所以很多采访，很多 information，我有一个错误，我必须说，现在就是很重要。我爱跟尊重中国跟中国人。很抱歉。
So sorry for my mistake.
Dude, like this guy is like all-American wrestler, like steroids and everything.
对不起，我很抱歉。你必须。
And he's just bending down and just begging for forgiveness.
Wow, you can tell he's trying to cry there. Do you see that? I know comedy. I know acting. I can tell you. I know what acting is, and I can tell you right here.
That was legit.
He's trying to get a cry.
Oh, that's what Xi Jinping wants, man.
Stop, dude.
It's too much. You know, so
you're not gonna cry, John Cena. This guy thinks he's an actor.
This is the thing, man. When you're in a capitalist system, you think in a capitalist system that you're free. Because you're in a capitalist system and you rely on other people for your financial, what do you want to call it, stability, people own you. You think a capitalist system, you're free. But
everyone's going hard lefty today. Okay,
I remember reading this in, I forget what I was reading, but someone said in the USSR or in Russia, people are very honest. Like you ever, I don't know if you've ever been to Russia or like we had to pass through. We landed in Moscow on our way to like India, like a stopover, and people were just like not happy. Like they're very serious people, right?
Wow.
Like the greeters and stuff like that. No one really talks. I don't know if this is just my one unique experience. I can't speak for all of Russians,
right?
But someone was saying like
they're kind of stanky, but India's like that too, don't you find?
They're stanky and honest.
India's
they're stanky and honest because
suffering.
It was a pre-capitalist system,
right?
And it was like, I don't rely on you for income. So I can just be honest with you. But in a capitalist society, it's like everyone has to be nice. Even if I don't like someone, you have to be nice and pleasant and whatever, because it's like, I don't want to get canceled. I can't be fully truthful because I don't want my income to get disrupted or whatever, right? So like this is his thing. He's like, he's stuck in the capitalist system.
I know. And you say capitalist, but a lot of these people, they say it's cancel culture and left-wing people. But really, if you follow the money, it's the money that you have to give into. It's never like if some broke-ass person can't really cancel you. They have to be on some bigger network. They have to be on something. Like someone with money has to be like, I agree with this lefty, and now I'll fire you. But it can't. They have no power, I don't think.
This wasn't meant to be like I didn't mean to be like capitalism sucks.
So attack them.
I just think in a capitalist system, you can't be fully truthful, which is kind of contradictory to like an open society.
But it's as open as you can get, though, capitalist.
Correct. True.
It is technically as open as you can get. It's just you know what it is? It's like people are just figuring out like people are just figuring out like we can game this system a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting a lot of it right now. Like with cancel culture, there was a lot of it. But I almost like, as much as people want to blame like this is a left-wing thing and it's communism or some shit, I almost blame capitalism just as much, because without the money behind it, you can't just cancel people. It's really because Hollywood is fake and they're afraid of conflict. They don't want to do it. They don't want to lose a penny. Like this John Cena thing. It's just like, John, it's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
You get a call.
Make the video.
They say John, and
Make the
even
video.
Trudeau, when he said I don't know what he said, what the situation, but like when Trudeau says I love China,
Right. Sorry. Going back to what.
back to that,
Yeah.
it's a lot of money on
Right.
the line.
That's
So
what it is.
you can't just pick him one time. Listen,
That's why he didn't get involved in that extradition case for like years with the.
dude, they really punked us on that shit. They really fucking ripped us as a country. They really said you had nothing.
Yeah, they were reducing like canola oil imports or something like that from Canada.
And we're talking about the two Michaels that they caught in the States because they had the CEO of Huawei. We had her under house arrest because the Americans asked us. Huawei, huge Chinese corporation. We had their CEO under house arrest. The Americans asked us.
CFO, I think.
CFO, whatever. They asked us, so we put her under house arrest. Very nice house arrest. She has Netflix. She has internet. She's chilling.
Oh, yeah.
She's good.
She could go about freely with an ankle bracelet, but she could go freely.
Yeah. So they just grabbed two CEOs in China, both named Michael, the two Michaels, put them in jail, solitary confinement half the time. They're going nuts.
No consular visits, whatever.
Dude, it's so bad to put someone in solitary confinement.
Capitalism, baby.
One guy I think went crazy, and I think one guy became like Zen. He became Buddhist.
That's amazing.
It's the only way, dude. He was writing like poetic letters to his wife saying like existence is nothing and life is meaningless.
Amazing.
But still I find
Have
love
you
in
ever,
him.
I get these weird we're getting off topic here, but I get these weird things like you watch a movie where someone's in solitary confinement or you see someone go to prison and you're like, do you ever think you're like, yeah, man, how the fuck would I survive that? And I always think I would just meditate. I would just spend 12 hours a day meditating and just like going in my own brain.
Yep.
And just, I don't know, I just like make movies and shit in my head. I used to do that when I was a kid. Like we'd go on these really long car rides, which I thought were super long to visit my family, and they'd be like an hour long.
Yep.
And I had a low boredom threshold, so I would just start making up movies in my head.
That's what you got to do.
It's great, right?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
No, meditation. I have been, and this is the link that I put here. Everyone, make sure you come to meditation. I have 2 classes a week right now, Sundays, Thursdays, meetup.com/loveoracle. Also, you can follow me on
Comedy
Instagram
meditation.
at Fade to Brown. It's a very silly meditation. Actually, I'm going to play the trailer for them real quick as we finish. But tell me if you have any more points.
I got points. I got points for days. So I don't know how long is your show.
It's fine as long as you want to go.
Okay, say.
So the other thing, we're probably going to come back again this week. Okay, because I do want to start ripping him twice a week. So we're not going to bring on another guest. I don't see him, and I don't think he's going to make it. But he'll be on later this week. It's my buddy Bandit. I don't know if you know him.
All right. He should be here. We should all have. Is it going to get weird if we all have the same different viewpoints? And
No. I sent him the link and I sent him everything. I just don't know if he can make it.
I think there was a miscommunication because I was supposed to log in. I just ended up driving here.
I know you just ended up
which is
showing
great.
up here. No, we've never done that.
No,
we're
for a hike after.
We're ripping this, and
Yeah.
everyone should understand that we're ripping and dipping, and that's beautiful. That's
And
what
I've
we do.
actually never done a podcast in my entire life, but it just seems like it's really easy doing this with you because it's just like you were just having a chat.
Yeah, man.
So anyway, going back to provincial
What I do.
mandates. No, going back to Trudeau, right?
Trudeau Hitler, yeah.
Trudeau Hitler. The other part of it too is that is there some sort of misdirection in terms of who we're protesting? So vaccine passports, by the way, are a provincial mandate.
Okay.
Masks are a provincial mandate.
Okay.
I think when it comes to requiring truckers that are going across the international border, that's a federal mandate.
Okay.
So what I don't really understand in all of this, and once again, I'm just here to call it the hypocrisy, is why are they protesting so hard against Trudeau and Ottawa when majority of the health regulations and mandates and rules are actually a provincial mandate? Right. So
Yeah.
they're a provincial mandate. So how is Dougie? How's our boy Dougie over here? Like, why isn't?
No, they hate him too, though. They do
hate him. Okay, but if anyone's going to drop these rules and mandates and everything, it's Dougie. So like, why are we not going against the provincial governments? And the second part of it too is if Trudeau's using the Emergencies Act, okay, part of it was he said it's going to be limited in scope, it's going to be a limited time frame, and it's only going to be allowed. We're going to give additional authority in order to go after financing. Right. Now, I'm losing my train of thought here, but like what I'm saying is why,
so funny.
why are we not talking about the provincial mandates? Why is Trudeau seem to be the core of it? Is it just because it's more sexy to be in Ottawa and like,
listen, that's what you get for being so goddamn sexy, Trudeau.
Right?
That's what you get.
Yeah.
For your mom banging Castro,
fucking
getting those sexy ass jeans.
Is that a real mustache?
Because I got to say, Senior Trudeau wasn't like he was hot all on personality.
Yes, he was. They had Trudeau mania because he was.
Dude,
he was a hippie.
He was a hippie, and dude, if you look
he was
at
a smart guy.
Trudeau, like Senior, right? And
Not a good looking guy.
Not a good-looking guy.
No.
A bigger hit than the
But
son.
he was also older when he got into office. But yeah, not a good-looking guy. The
Holy
looks
shit.
probably came from his mom.
The looks came from and Castro.
And that's right, Castro.
Oh, hold on. This is actually pretty. It actually it is like big shoes to fill for Trudeau because his dad.
Wait, someone just wrote a comment. I just want to clarify and say in case I'm saying something wrong. Someone wrote there's also federal mandates crossing the border and traveling with Canada. Yeah, he's right. He's right. He's right.
Okay, yeah,
Who
yeah.
was
So
that?
there's those.
So
Su Myung Pyres.
Oh.
You never be careful with those. Sometimes they're trolling you.
I was gonna say
sometimes you say the name and you're like, I poop my pants, and you're like, come
oh,
on,
really?
dude.
That's clever too, though.
Su Myung Pyres. Yeah. Su Myung Pyres. We could be swearing in another language. This could be his name or her name. Su Myung Pyres.
So
Penis.
my young penis. What? Suck my penis. That's what they're saying. Oh, you got us.
Got us.
But what I'm saying is majority of the mandates have to do with provincial. And what do we have in Alberta? I think we have it in Saskatchewan or Manitoba.
Yeah.
And now in Ontario, I think March 1st, are we pretty much kind of opening up?
That's it.
And then the government said, okay, listen, one thing we're going to still continue to do is the masks. I don't know what you believe on masks or not, but I feel like, okay, maybe it's helping like 5% or 10%.
It's a 10% difference.
I don't know. We don't know the exact number.
It could be a couple of people dying.
But
and a lot of people
if it's enough to keep hospital admissions down by 5 or 10%, and it gives us that breathing room to keep things open, keep the health workers healthy,
I don't mind it.
all that, it's fine.
Also,
wear a mask.
nobody's so tight on the mask here. Like if you have the mask here, like first of all, you don't even have to cover your nose. With
We're 2 years
socially.
In. We're 2 years in.
We don't care. Like everyone thinks Canada, a bunch of pussies. They're going to be like, oh, your mask. No one's covering the nose even.
Yeah.
We got a very lax mask. And then outside, if I see people wearing it outside, I'm like, what?
That's weird.
Outside is so weird.
That's weird.
I don't get that. But yeah,
you're ugly if you're wearing it outside.
You know what?
It's been
You
a
don't wanna
great
do
boon
makeup.
for ugly people, man. Like if you wear a mask,
Yeah.
like, everyone looks good if you just have your eyes and your eyebrow.
I've said that for years about hijab, niqabs. Niqabs, like the
look
women,
sexy.
these white women have to do 2 hours of makeup. Like
Dude.
if you're there, you just put the thing on, little eyeliner. God is great.
You look great, dude. I used to wear a mask. I used to go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
I'm 39.
Okay.
I got a 21-year-old cashier pick me up.
Beautiful.
She gave me her number, and I'm like, you only ever saw me with the mask. You don't see all the uncleness going on here.
Fine.
Great. It was great.
That's great.
It's great.
Yeah, no, that's
You know, masks. There are some
how many
positive to
times?
masks.
How many times have you gone home with someone and then when they take off the mask, you're like, oh, it's not. You get that? It's so many people.
I
know
don't.
the masks have been great. Like I've like flirted with people for 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then the mask comes on, I'm like,
Oh, okay.
that's okay.
Dude,
I made a dream in my mind.
Yeah, I don't want to be mean, but there was a guy. I bought a car. I won't say what, but I bought a car, and this guy, he was wearing a mask, and then he came outside, and he wasn't wearing the mask, and I couldn't fucking recognize him. And I'm like, who? Say his name's Bob. I'm like, they're like, oh, he's like, it's Bob. I'm like, oh, dude, he looked like Gonzo.
Wow.
He looked like I don't want to be mean. He was a super nice guy, super helpful.
Gonzo.
He looked like he had a big Punjabi nose that was just like.
Gonzo's a great character. I love Gonzo.
I'm not one to talk. I got a big Punjabi nose as well. So
Well,
just
I
to be
find
fair-
that as we get older, they get more potatoey.
Yes, correct.
Oh,
But he looked like Gonzo, and I was like, "Oh, dude, masks are working for you right now, man. They're working."
Hey, man, what if I want a mask?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Gonzo wants a
But
mask.
so okay, so to round up the argument, Socratic method. What you got to do is you say, "What if Trudeau did nothing? What if he didn't do the Emergencies Act? What if our boy Dougie didn't do the? I think in Ontario, it's the Emergency Act as well, or State of Emergency Ontario. What if he didn't do that? What if he just said, okay, guys, you know what? You're protesting. I'm on your side, whatever. Or he didn't even say that. He just didn't call the Emergency Act. What would the state of affairs be a week later? And what would Canadians be saying? They'd be saying, first of all, in Ottawa, the police chief had to resign because he didn't come in forcefully enough.
Right.
Now, if he's too forceful, people get pissed off. He's not forceful enough. People are pissed off.
But this is great the way they managed it. They did have the stakes and they did push in,
Yeah.
but no violent. Like it wasn't
But
so
dude,
heavy on
this
either
guy
side.
lost his career because I know people are like, oh, he wasn't heavy-handed enough. It's like you can't. It's almost like it's a catch-22. People are going to be pissed off either way. I think it's the same thing with the mandates.
Yeah,
I think
that's too bad.
I
for him.
think in the beginning, people were screaming, "Close the borders! Close the borders! Close the borders!"
Yeah.
Then they closed the borders, and people were happy for a little bit. Now, the borders were closed for too long. And then look at our boy Dougie. 2 years ago, he's like, I'm gonna shut things down after Christmas. So I'm gonna shut it down after, I think he said on Boxing Day,
Mhm.
right? Shuts it down on Boxing Day because people wanted to have their Christmas, wanted everything open. Then he shuts it down, and then they say, "Oh, you know what, Dougie? You shut it down too late."
Yeah.
So they get mad at him, right?
You just can't win.
Then Delta comes along, and then he shuts down everything, and people go, "Dude, you shut it down too early. You're too aggressive." So you can't win. In Alberta, he's opening things up. Jason Kenney's opening up things too soon.
Yeah.
People are pissed off. People are shutting
No,
things
it
down
is.
too
It
early.
is a lot of government
You
being
can't win.
like I don't know what to do. Like I'm trying
They
my
don't.
best. I'm trying. Like this is the thing. And I was doing this as a bit even on stage and I'm at a comedy bar, and I was just saying how like so many people on the trucker side are very conspiracy. It's a little conspiracy, and they'll say things like, "Amish, masks on, masks off, masks on. Who's getting a cut?
True.
Who's making the money? Huh?
True.
Why are you being such a sucker?" And it's like maybe nobody knows. It's just an unknown situation.
It's
just
tough.
hit us.
There's no playbook for a pandemic.
Yeah.
Right. In the beginning, people were freaked the fuck out, and people were like, "Oh, we got to come down hard. We support the government." Popularity, Doug Ford's popularity, Trudeau's popularity, all these politicians' popularities were through the roof because that's what happens in a crisis. People rally behind the leader because they're scared. It's the same thing that happened after September 11th. George Bush's popularity went to 80 or 90%.
So crazy.
Because people were freaked out. And then
So
as it
crazy.
goes on, people are like, okay, I think his popularity dropped to like 30%.
Well, I mean, yeah,
It's listen,
they
I'll-
lied about the weapons of mass destruction.
Oh,
Right? It's like, yeah, if there were weapons, okay.
No, but September 11th, I think was different than
September
Iraq,
11th, different.
right?
Okay, cool.
So it's a tough situation, and I think that
Yeah. What's wrong with him sitting down with the truckers? I feel like he never did that. Why can't he just sit down with them and talk to them? And then, because I do feel like the truckers do seem like the ones that I talk to that are pro, it's very conspiracy. So as much as I agree with that, like the government's overreaching, but the arguments you're using, very conspiracy, very like, well, the vaccines, 2 vaccines, 3 vaccines, what's going on?
I think that's the criticism. He could have potentially handled it better.
He could have just talked to them. I mean,
But
I think
the thing
talk
is-
to them
but
right
the
away when
problem
something's
is-
that banger.
the problem is
you want them
like-
to recognize that there is a force of people. My population is coming up, and I need to have a talk. And it shows so much strength and leadership to sit down with the person face to face and say, "This is what we're doing." Televise the whole thing. Do a full debate. Have your scientists with you. Have their scientists there. Now, when they come up with their nonsense, you can have that fight, and then you could ultimately just say, "Here, hey everyone, you saw our argument. You saw their argument. I have to go with our guy." Their
The
argument doesn't make
demands,
sense
you
to
know,
me.
the thing is, like I said, I think the linear thing, which is we don't want mandates, right?
Yeah.
I think the thing is at this point is that you saw how the conservatives were meeting, like Pierre Poilievre,
Yeah.
a couple other people, Aaron
meeting-
O'Toole.
they're meeting truckers, yeah.
They're meeting with the trucks or whatever. It fucking hugest political backfire. A week later, Aaron O'Toole was out. And a week later, the interim, or 2 weeks later, the interim conservative leader is like
Pierre Poilievre's not out.
he's not out. Aaron O'Toole's out, and the interim
Pierre's killing it. He's going to run for prime minister.
Yeah, he's a bit of a numpty, but anyway, he's
Yeah.
like he's
He's just like a really obnoxious. He's like Ben Shapiro in government.
Yeah.
He's just like an annoying
And he's
guy.
kind of
Hey, Mr. Trudeau, what did you do? Like he's just always there to call out, but it's
I read an article.
he's doing his job.
Yeah, it's really cheesy. It seems very inauthentic. But going back to it, like even the interim conservative leader right
Aaron
now,
O'Toole.
because it's a political. I don't want to say a political football, but it's not politically popular to be on the side of the protesters. So even the conservatives, who you would think that's their constituents and that's what
Yeah.
even they came out and were like, no. Hey, we support peaceful protests. We don't support, because they realize all the fringe elements that were coming out, the financing, like at the Alberta border, they arrested 12 guys with like
Guns,
whatever.
Yeah.
Obviously, CBC and the media is going to play that up because that's maybe something that they want to
It's
broadcast.
a shocking image. All
It's a
those
shocking
guns and all
image,
that
but
shit.
that is not. That's a very small minority. But the scary thing is, you start getting fringe elements like that coming out, and then it's like, hey man, you're losing focus on what this protest is all about.
Yeah. They go a little too crazy. You know what?
You're
it is
starting
with
to
these-
get into like white supremacy and like
I think Canadian conservatives, they're seeing maybe too much Fox News shit. They're getting jacked up, and then they think they can do it here. And here we're like, hey,
nah, dude,
it's not happening here.
No,
we're not
dude.
into that like that.
Yeah.
You're crazy. Yeah, no, it is.
yeah,
too much.
RCMP, like guys like.
What's up? What did he say?
No, I was gonna make some dumb joke, but it's okay. But
RCMP is the Canadian police, Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
yeah, but they're always portrayed in like cartoons as like these good
Silly.
like,
Yeah.
hey, we love maple syrup and
No,
hockey.
dude, they are. I've seen footage of them beating the shit out of Indigenous people.
Wow.
Really like occupying their land and shit like that, seizing their phones and all this stuff. I mean, I've seen articles. I don't know. Here we don't notice it much, but if you go to those areas, they're pretty. It's like a fight, you know. It's a fight between us and them, kind of thing. But yeah, man.
What other
Thanks,
points I got
thanks for
here?
coming by.
What else I got? Protests, occupation, hot tubs,
children.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a grassroots thing, though. You know, you gotta if you're bringing the kids, you're teaching the kids to protest too.
Yes, you're
That's
teaching
good.
the kids.
That's good.
You're teaching them about freedom, and you're teaching them about
speaking their mind, expressing
civil
themselves,
disobedience. Like it's
doing a cultural community event. I think it's so good that the kids are there. You
Yeah,
know, why
and in
I don't know
America
why.
they
Yeah.
celebrate like, hey, have you done your first act of civil disobedience to make sure we keep the tyrannical government in check, whatever?
Yes.
Here's the one thing though. Can we go back to protesting 101? So I don't want to write like a protesting hand guide here.
Yeah.
But who are the two people from history that have made big change and they were able to do it, and what was the form that they used in order to get it done? I think we already talked about this earlier.
What, like Martin Luther King Jr.?
Martin Luther King, baby. And Gandhi. What do they do?
Peaceful resistance.
Nonviolence, baby.
No, but they did blockade shit, dude. All this blockade stuff you're talking about. Like Gandhi's biggest thing was going into the Salt March. So that is a very economic and political thing.
Nonviolence, baby.
Nonviolence, yeah. But
Right?
the truckers are not violent either.
They're not.
Yeah.
But, you know, people going to the border ruins the cause a little bit, right? With guns. It ruins the cause.
Oh, the guns thing for sure. But
Yeah.
that is one group. they're
Holding
crazy.
signs that say fuck Trudeau, it's aggressive. Like, they're getting in the faces of cops. People are not wearing shirts. I saw a meme out there. People are saying, what is this? Fucking Trailer Park Boys going
Hey,
on out
man,
there?
no shirt. That guy's doing a Wim Hof. It's freezing.
No, you're right.
That guy's doing a Wim Hof. It's a community, dude.
Yeah,
they're
you're
going.
right.
They're jumping in a hot tub.
You know, here's the thing. Martin Luther King, you know what he made people do when they went to march and protest? He said, put on your Sunday best. Put on your
Yeah.
suits and ties. Why do you think they all marched in suit and ties?
So beautiful.
They knew that it was going to get ruined. It was going to get ripped up by dogs. They were going to get blasted by water cannons. They were going to get beaten. They said, no matter what you do, don't fight back. Don't look aggressive. You have to look like it's weird. It's a weird thing where, like, you know,
Yeah, it makes the oppressor look bad. It makes them
the
look like the
oppressor
animal.
bad.
Yeah.
So protesting 101, keep it as nonviolent and as subtle as possible, because after a while, the problem is that, you know, as a protester, if you look more aggressive than the police response, you lose sympathy.
Yeah,
If the police response looks way more aggressive than what you're doing, the sympathy goes towards the protester.
I
Right?
honestly, I thought they were pretty peaceful though. They're pretty good
For the most part.
Both sides were pretty good on
For the
this.
most
They
part.
didn't,
But I
you know-
think throwing concerts, holding fuck Trudeau signs, saying we're not leaving, we're not going to go, like, there's an element of aggression in there. And I just, whether it's right or wrong, I'm just saying, yo, you got to go Gandhi on it, bro. You
Yeah.
got to go Gandhi. You got to do the MLK.
You're
gotta-
always going to have the Subhash
Put
Chandra
on-
Bose. You're always going to have the Malcolm X, though.
You
That's
go
just
out there,
like aggressive.
you're fucking wearing grubby clothes and you're yelling at cops and you're saying, like, hey, you should be on our side. You should be protecting the people. Dude, do the MLK, baby. Put on your suit. Go to work.
Their
Look
truck,
professional.
does a trucker have a suit? I mean,
don't
I
know.
think they were wearing the
I'm
Canadian
just telling
suit.
you, this is how you make
What's the Canadian? Isn't the Canadian
Tuxedo?
Suit? It's the Canadian tuxedo. I think there was a lot of Canadian tuxedos.
Listen, man, maybe I've read too much from history. Maybe I'm getting a little too
No,
intellectual.
no.
I'm just
Listen,
saying-
I think what you're saying though is like what is that culture's Sunday best?
Yeah.
Like, listen, I think I don't know if the truckers, you know, like we might be expecting a lot from them to be like get a suit. I don't think they have a suit. You know what I'm saying?
That's my thing.
They got the Canadian
I think
tuxedo,
the
but
biggest real issue here is not what they're supporting. I think they just how they went about it.
Yeah.
I think people, it's not even a mandate thing anymore. It's become like a class thing.
it is just like a fight.
become a
It's
class
just like an angry fight thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
and
like right left, like a lot of
Yeah.
like Fox News supporting them, and
Yeah.
this side people being like,
Yeah.
I hate them or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, but I see the points on both sides. I get it.
Yeah, I get it.
I
And,
hope.
hey,
You know, yeah.
God bless them, because we are not going to fucking close again in this goddamn country, and I love it.
March 1st, things are opening.
That's it. March 1st, yeah.
You know, I agreed with all this stuff in the beginning because we had to keep people healthy, but it's been 2 years.
It's over.
Let's move on. And the thing I don't understand. Okay, let's get on the trucker side here for a second. If everything is opening, why are we still having the mandates?
Yeah, that's their main issue is the
Right.
mandates. Yeah.
Right.
The main
So-
issue is the mandates, and I think that's good because I think governments do, especially Canadian government, especially like governments that are more left leaning, maybe.
Yeah.
They do just have a tendency to say like, well, be safe and just keep it closed for another year.
Right.
They don't think that like, okay, there's another consequence to this economy, but also mental health, but also whatever.
Right.
And it's like if we save 50,000 lives with this, but then 100,000 people kill themselves because they're depressed, not worth it.
Right.
So just cut the mandates now. It's over. Nobody cares.
But there was that article in the Globe and Mail that suicides in Canada actually went down during the pandemic. The idea was,
I think initially they went up and then they went down because everyone got mental health aware.
Mentally health aware, they were getting checks.
Yeah.
And also, it like for some degree, I'm just making it wasn't the pandemic that was killing people. It was going to work.
Yeah. That's true. That's
Right?
that is true.
Like, dude, you're gonna sit home for 2 years and
listen.
or a year.
We made this, and like, look, Steven left at the beginning of this episode. We're gonna leave soon, but Steven, me and him, when we started this, it was right at the beginning of the pandemic, and we're just like, let's just go fucking rip it, man. Let's go hard. Why?
I think that's what you got to do, man. You got to make the best of the situation.
And we've been doing this podcast.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of hiking and getting out, and it was a shitty situation, but hey, it's a lesson in life. I was gonna make one more quick point, and I fucking forgot. Apologize.
That's it.
I had one more. Point.
I'm gonna put on. Thank you everyone so much for coming. Mac 23806. Let me read a couple of comments and then you can think about it. If not, I'm gonna play my trailer.
There's good comments. There's some funny stuff in there. I like it.
You can't please everyone. Almost 3 hours. Much love. Thank you, Mac 23806. Now 2 years later, everyone's over with the masks. True. Was banging him on meeting up with truckers. I don't know what that means.
Was banging him on
not meeting up the truckers. Yeah, like banging him, like mad at Trudeau, I think. I don't know. Bolt, Amish, remember when you took over the drip and your special guest drop-in studio? Well, let's not call him a special guest drop-in. He's my buddy who does stand-up comedy in Montreal. Great guy. You're gonna see a lot of comics though, and it's gonna be very chill like that. And I told Steven the same thing. It's like I wanted to just be like people drop in and out easily. Next episodes might be at an art gallery or at like this other promoter downtown. I'm doing a bunch of shows for him, like stand-up comedy shows. So we might do an episode together. So yeah, just expect some very exciting stuff from the drip, Habibi.
This is adorable. Sorry, I got to read this one out from Mac 2306. I read an article that some kids in elementary school were protesting.
Principal
took chocolate milk off the menu. Our future protesters. That's awesome.
That's it, dude. That's it.
Dude, I can get behind chocolate milk, man.
That's so cute.
I'm behind the chocolate milk protest.
Chocolate
can
milk
we fund
protest.
these guys?
Chocolate milk
As
protest.
Canadians, are we allowed to fund the? Yeah.
Beautiful. Mac 23806. The Canadian suit is your casual wear, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty much wearing that shit right now, so I don't want to talk. Yeah.
No, Canada's pretty chill like that.
Yeah.
But hey, thanks everyone for listening. We had a great show, 3.5 hours, going strong. I like news-based comedy streams, to be honest. Not just talking. Thanks, Yehuvi. I don't know what that means.
Is it a compliment or?
It's hard to tell. He's been here from the beginning though, and I think he like dropped a bunch of donuts too. Looking forward to the future shows. You really can't. It's more just like you just look at them and you say, "Hey, love you. Thanks for coming." Sometimes people come in and be like, Amish sucks. Get rid of him. And you just got to say, hey.
Well, then this is not for you then.
Just change the channel, baby.
Just
it's
move
fine.
on to the next one.
Fine.
If it's for you, yeah.
But yeah, make sure everyone, you come to meditation. I'm going to be doing them live soon in Toronto and hopefully around the world.
What do Sam
Here's
Ovens,
the trailer.
Yuval Harari,
You
Michael
are
Jackson,
loved.
Hitler, and the CEO of LinkedIn have in common? All understood now more than ever.
Thanks, man.
That in order to dominate,
Thanks, buddy.
you must.
Sorry.
It was Lao Tzu
Sorry,
who
real
once
quick,
said,
real quick. I'm going to start this from the beginning, and I'm going to just say bye to Cecil one more time. Cecil, man, we've been hiking, we've been jogging this whole time during
Friends for
COVID.
20 years, man. This is great.
Since high school,
never
yeah.
on podcast, but we have some good, we have great conversations, and this is pretty much a conversation we would have.
Yeah, this is basically a conversation that we would have anyway. So
Okay.
yeah, Sean K, thank you so much. And he says he loves the outro. Yeah, we're gonna play him out with this trailer. And like I said, make sure you come to meditation. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Send me messages. Send me topics. I'll give you a shout out. I'll bring you on the show. And we will be doing Scam Rehab soon too. So
Can I
look
say
out for
one
that.
thing too?
Go for it.
Yeah, I appreciate everyone that's listening, and also I appreciate and understand people's opinions on both sides. It's good that we can all have our opinions. I'm not here to shut anyone down, but like, sometimes you got to listen to the truckers, what they're saying, man. They did help us a bit,
God, dude, we're staying open now. God damn it. God bless them.
It's cool.
So
You gotta
thanks,
respect
man.
everyone's opinions on both sides.
That's a beautiful message to play us out. That's great. All right, cool.
What do Sam Ovens, Yuval Harari, Michael Jackson, Hitler, and the CEO of LinkedIn have in common? All understood now more than ever that in order to dominate, you must meditate. It was Lao Tzu who once said, mastering others is strength, but mastering yourself is true power. What would you do with that power? Pay off your house? Get a new car? Destroy your enemies? Are you anxious, depressed, prone to bits of rage? It's getting cold and it's getting dark. You're probably feeling lonely at night too. Well, guess what?
Winter is coming.
And it's only going to get worse. We're coming out of a pandemic, going into a supply shortage. Depression is on the rise. Do you want to know what else is on the rise? Heroin epidemic, domestic violence, China, And that's why I'm announcing my emergency loving-kindness meditation. The Buddha has instructed me thus. Yes, yes. Since my certification from Harvard X University and the Udimai International Ashram, I am now ready and delighted to finally do my karmas and deliver my beautiful meditation to you in the comfort of your own bed through my Zoom meetup group. Basically, what we're going to do is open with a little bit of stand-up off the top about my dating life. We're going to talk about the state of loving kindness in the world. We are going to perform a public loving kindness of a major figure together as a group. After that, I will be opening it up to you, the congregation, with some oracle card readings. Now, with these oracle cards, what happens is you tell me about a dating problem that you're going through, and then the unconditional love of Rumi will guide my hand to picking the right card that will help you see through the illusion in your mind and reconnect you with the infinite loving kindness that is the truth of your situation and every situation. After that, I will perform a loving kindness meditation where I'll give you basically the most advanced technique of loving kindness that'll just fill you right up with that pure infinite loving kindness source. I'm going to use the most powerful technique because you know what? With what's going on in the world today, I said I got to give them the most powerful technique, the most advanced technique. After that, we'll transition into a yoga nidra meditation, which is like a relaxation. So you can go from there and go right back into sleep. Because like I said, you can do this meditation from your bed. Or you can wake up, go party, do the night shift. Whatever you do, you will be fully charged with infinite loving kindness, which is the Buddha's most powerful technique. And he will be there to help us because that is his karma. And if you join the meetup group now and practice with me every week, then you will gain the power to destroy your enemies and dominate the market joyfully, effortlessly, channeling and attracting infinite loving kindness into your life and into the world. And why not? Infinite loving kindness is your true Buddha nature. And all you must do to access that infinite loving kindness is just but come to meditation. Only you have to just but come to meditation, and infinite loving kindness can be yours. Bhagwan loves you. Bhagwan loves you. Bhagwan loves you.
Just like, apparently he's just out doing but he's DJing now. Thank you, my darlings. End broadcast.